Gonna see it, man. Hopefully, don't jump on like you guys are way too somber for after a Knicks victory. AllBall X. What's going on, man?
Freezing out there today. Well, New York City, boy, what a time to be alive. Cold out there today, and that wind, nothing. Man, sometimes you just got to be grateful. You got a roof over your head. You got some heat. Just Lord have mercy. Today was a wake up call. It was freezing out there. But besides that, Knicks looking good, man. First quarter had me aggravated. We'll get to that, but lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. How's everything with you?
Same deal. I had to walk around in the cold today. It was insane. I thought it wasn't that bad. Then you know how you walk for a couple minutes, and it's crazy because I got to throw my hat to the front so I could tie my hoodie up so the brim ain't messing with the. I was said
Yeah, that
winter.
cold was real today. Yeah, I think the high was only like 29 today.
Damn, it felt like it.
Yeah, it was. Listen, you got to remember, I got to be to work 4 in the morning, so I'm outside 3:30, and then getting off at 12:30. It still was freezing. I'm like, oh, I'm right in the crib, right? Like I'm not going nowhere. So yeah, it was rough out there, rough out there. So big shout out, to everybody, man. And try to stay warm, man. It's rough out there today, Whew, baby.
Winter is here. Woo! I don't feel like there's no vibe. I've been watching Game of Thrones too. Winter's coming. I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, man. They
One of
float
one
that
of the.
show.
Nah, I don't think so.
What?
I think people overreacted to the last season. I think Game of Thrones is top 5 greatest shows of all time.
The first 6 seasons are really good. Season 7 made no sense. Like like once the writing and it was, you could see with different scenes. It was like, all right, so now, what's his name? Little Worm, whatever his name is just dumb. People just turned dumb out of nowhere. It was like, nah, this is lazy. But a lot of it had to do with the writer, writer of the books. He wasn't around anymore. He didn't write extra books. So
But
it
sometimes you could be so smart. It's not about him. It's not about him turning dumb. It's about, look how long he's been getting away with what he's been getting away with, and he just got comfortable. And now you think everybody else is dumb. I mean, like I said, I just feel like people like was having panic attacks, man, for the last season and going berserk. And I'm just like, I liked it. I didn't, like I said, I'm not gonna let one season ruin a whole series. Like with The Wire, people used to be like, yo, I ain't like season 2. It was on the docks, and it's like, yo, you all right. So if you don't like that, that's fine. That doesn't make The Wire trash. So for me, I just still think Game of Thrones, when you really watch that, yo, man, that shit was genius.
yeah.
That shit was genius. It was genius.
The first couple of seasons, it was all about anybody could get it. It made it real. It made it like you invested in each character. It started with Ned Stark, and yeah, genius is the right word because even with the part 2 of the prequel stuff I'm watching or English trying to
I
watch, I'm
never
like, I
watched
can't
none of
do
that.
it.
I heard, yeah, but I heard it was good. But what also makes the series legendary is the same characters for the whole duration of the series. So to watch all of them from when they was, little to grow and listen, man. So yeah, Game of Thrones is fire. Till this day, I watch uh some episodes. Like that shit was dope. I have no
Did you ever
complaints about it.
did we hate anybody as much as Joffrey? Like when it was live, I don't know if that was the crazy son. I was like, yo, this is he's so crazy. I don't know if we ever
Joffrey was
hated a
out.
character like that.
Joffrey was out of control. Is that the most? Is that the most hated character in all of television?
Yo, he quit acting. He said, "Yo,
Nah.
that
Hey,
role is
King's
so
Speech.
crazy."
No, hold on. King's Speech. Ramsey Bolton was out of control, bro. So for me, Ramsey or Joffrey, I'm being honest. Ramsey might got Joffrey, bro.
No,
Because
he's
because okay.
he's a worse character. But I'm talking about the way he made us feel. I don't, bro. He couldn't walk the streets. He was walking the streets, and they were like in real
Oh
life.
man, I should be
This
with
is
it.
that's how
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, because remember, it's wrestling at the end of the day. He
Yeah,
turned
that
it
should
into
be
like
weird.
Ramsey Bolton is almost like we expect you to be that bad. We couldn't believe Joffrey was that bad. It was like, yo, you are a widow. He was shooting the girls with the crossbows. He was bananas. He's
Yeah,
bananas, man.
let's get to the show, man. Let's get to it, man. Ramsey
Look,
finished side shit. Now, bro, Ramsey Bolton
he
might
was
be
the
the
grown Joffrey.
craziest. He might be the craziest character of all. Like, nah, he was out of control, out of control.
Killed his
But yeah,
pops.
yeah, yeah. Joffrey was crazy, man.
I'll leave it with this. What's the name? Sansa ended up leaving Joffrey to get with the grown Joffrey, which is Ramsey Bolton. That's how bugged out that was. And that's why Littlefinger had to go too. He ain't protecting nobody. Who's protecting the
Look,
Knicks, man?
Littlefinger started everything.
Word.
Think about that.
He had to go.
But the way he went was classic. That
Word.
scene was ill.
Right.
I
See?
remember they.
Nah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying though, that scene was ill. Like that scene was, know what I mean? But let because we'll be on this all day. This is my type of talk, but let come on, let's get to the show, man. Big shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If you from New York, it's freezing out here. Stay warm, and prayers up to you and your family because it's cutting out there.
Damn, man. He said I ain't like it one bit. He ain't like Game of Thrones one bit. How about the Lakers? LeBron playing tonight? Yo, cool.
Oh,
We'll get to that in a second. Big Knicks. They gassing us up all over again, old boy.
of course, as
Huh?
usual, as usual.
What they? We ain't falling for it. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
You know why, baby. And you know who
Oh,
did it.
ball suckers. Ah, let's go.
Kidding me? We get right into it, man. Y'all know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Man, big victory. Knicks over the Charlotte Hornets, 125-101. Big OG, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. Just amazing defense. 18 points for Josh Hart, 10 rebounds, damn near 10. Well, he had 6 assists. Cat went bananas, 25 and 16. Bridges at 26. Whoa. He also played 46 minutes, basically 47. We'll get to that in a second. Brunson had to leave in the third quarter, I think it was, or end of the second quarter. But he had 24 points on 8 shots, oh boy. He took 8 shots. It's all we've been talking about, picking and choosing when to shoot for Jalen Brunson. The Hornets were clearly garbage, and I still believe it. It happened since he got here. OG Anunoby is the most important player on this New York Knicks team, but he has some company, Brunson and Cat. When we play great, it looks amazing. What was your reaction to yesterday's game?
I mean, not a strong reaction because it was Charlotte. We know, Mellow Ball was hurt, a couple players was injured, and Charlotte is not a good basketball team. But we did what we were supposed to do. Came out the gate very slow, struggling, but wound up blowing them out. But what do we always say? You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. 82 game season. If we got 30 games, on a season that we should win, just win them. That's damn near half the season. So, I'm more excited that you know, guys are playing well, getting that confidence. I would love to hear what's the injury report on Brunson. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But I want to go a different route. When Anthony Davis first, whatever couple games, when the Lakers started out, I think 3-0, everybody went berserk and said AD is the best player in the NBA, MVP. Why is that talk not about Cat? The basketball Cat has been playing so far these last couple weeks is nothing short of great. Yes, OG is important, but the most important player on the Knicks today is called Anthony Town. And Lord have mercy, Minnesota made probably the second biggest mistake in their tenure. First, they didn't know how to keep Garnett and Marbury, and now you get rid of Cat. And former Minnesota Timberwolves Kevin Garnett, the great Kevin Garnett, which I'm starting to love him and Paul Pierce together. They got it together. Love their platform, KG certified. But you heard what he said. Minnesota, y'all supposed to trade Rudy Gobert, not Cat. And now we have to ask ourselves, you know me, they scared, but I'm not. Is Anthony Edwards really better than Karl Anthony Towns? Or is he just a better talent? Is he just better to watch? Or is it just a cool thing to say because Cat has this stigma or these lies about him that he's soft?
Ain't no lies,
You know,
man.
you know who's soft? Andrew Wiggins. He looks soft. That's soft. That's a whole nother story. I'm sorry for you getting that shot, Andrew Wiggins. But I think Karl Anthony Towns right now should be in the MVP race. Because when Anthony Davis had a good 3 to 5 game stretch, people went berserk. But yeah, I think Cat is the most important player to the Knicks. And last night it just proved that when we playing at our best, listen, man, we're gonna be tough to beat. And hopefully we're getting healthy at the right time. Because we all know the real NBA season starts after the All-Star break. And as you notice, a lot of teams are breaking down. Look at Boston now. Look at certain teams. So hopefully, after the All-Star break, Ochua is getting into shape. Mitchell Robinson will be back. And if our guys are fully healthy, yesterday is just going to be what we're going to be looking at for the whole season. Just stomping people out. Because, like you said, when OG and Bridges is hitting shots, when Brunson is facilitating, and Cat is being Cat, and then now our bench and our depth is stronger. Listen, man, I don't have no. And let me just say this before I let you go, because you said something about Tibbs, and I know Bridges played a lot of minutes. There's only 3 players that I'm worried about minutes. That's Brunson, Cat, and OG. Bridges is the Iron Man. So I'm not worried about him playing a lot of minutes. Plus, let him get as many minutes as he wants and let him get his confidence up because just as OG, he's going to be a key piece too. Because remember, he gotta play both ends of the floor when we start getting deep into the playoffs or deep into the season. So he has to have his confidence. So I have no problem with how Tibbs has been coaching recently. Because remember, a month ago, we wanted to hang Tibbs off the roof. So I have no problem with Bridges playing a lot of minutes. Like I said, we just got to stay healthy. But yesterday was a big win because those are games that we usually wind up losing. And you see what happened in the first quarter. Charlotte couldn't miss shot, hitting big shots. So I'm just excited that we starting to click and get it together at the right time. But yeah, Cat needs to be mentioned more in that MVP race, straight up and down. When they talk about who's the best in the MVP race, who's top 5 basketball players in the world today, Karl Anthony Towns needs to be mentioned with whatever names y'all want to mention.
That's tough. When he's been playing great. He's never looked better than this. We've never seen him look better than this. We've never seen him look like this in Minnesota. That's my problem with that statement. Like, is he better than Ant-Man's 20? You got to compare a 22, 23-year-old to the guys who've been in the league 10 years. That's the only chance you have with him because everybody in his age bracket I don't know if they're messing with him, and that's usually how it goes. The Michael
Well,
Jordan thing is too far.
stay
That's
right
been
there. Can I
proven
ask
wrong
you,
already.
or can I ask you a question? Right
Sure.
now, does Ant-Man look so special right now today? So
Yeah,
far this
he's,
season?
he still looks
Okay,
special because he
okay.
changed his game. But the problem is Randall and DiVincenzo don't look special. And that's what's your man? The Pick a Side podcast. He made a great video talking about what the only thing that Leon Rose has missed on is Mikal Bridges. Everybody else, which is what I always speak to, Julius Randle, Donnie DiVincenzo, Cat, OG Anunoby, all these guys, all these players coming to the Knicks having career years next to Brunson, next to Tibbs, even Brunson, another guy. That's major. They signed him. He wasn't this supposed to be this guy, and he turned that around. So Cat is a part of this program, and the Timberwolves messed up their own luck because y'all had Cat and y'all had the fix to get rid of a Joker and all that in the Western Conference. Right now, we can't say though that Ant-Man is playing better than Karl Anthony Towns. Like we can't say that. If we're talking about MVP voting, Ant-Man ain't even top 10.
He's not even top 10 players in the NBA right now. To
Well,
get
he's never
MVP
been.
voting,
Yeah.
he's
They
never been.
tried to.
All last year and the year before, all I heard was Ant-Man was some people had him top 5. Some people had him up there with SGA and all that.
Nah,
I'm not
but
saying
not
you, but don't act like you didn't hear them
yeah.
talks.
Yeah, but we dismissed them. All them, no, they brought us to the table. We looked at
I
gone.
di- I disagree. I don't know. We have to pull up some tape, but there's times when we talk about who's top 5 or who's top 10. When it came to top 10, people had Ant-Man up there.
Top 10 is easy when you're on fire and you got a defense like that. And Cat, that's the problem with him. That's what hurts him. That's what hurts him, right? Like our defense is so bad that, especially early on, that they put it on Cat, right? Like they saying, bro, we were top 3 defense last year, whatever the hell we were, and this year we look like garbage, and that's what hurts his MVP voting. Um, but to see what Giannis is doing in Milwaukee, they 9-1. I think 8-2 now in the last 10 games, even though Atlanta smacked them. Atlanta's figuring out a little bit. Does Donovan Mitchell get some votes for MVP? I like Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum are going to lose votes in the MVP because their team, everyone's going to give more credit to their team, it seems like, right?
No,
That's how it looks like to me.
I disagree with that with Cleveland. Like I'm not Cleveland is no roster is comparable to that Boston Celtics roster. Cleveland, like I said, it's a good roster. It's not a great roster. It's just that them guys is playing at a high level, and you know this could be for another day. But how long I keep saying we got to put a lot of respect on Donovan Mitchell's name, regardless of whatever happens in the playoffs, regular season. He plays fantastic basketball. So I get what you're saying. I don't think
They're going to give
Donovan
him the
Mitchell.
vote.
Right. I don't think if Donovan Mitchell gets votes, it's not going to be because of his team. Now, I believe with the Jason Tatum, that may happen. But listen, Donovan Mitchell and them guys over there is playing great basketball. It's just so happened Garland is back up to playing all-star level. Mobley took a step up, and then people forget Jared Allen was injured last season. He's back there now, fully healthy, and his rim protection and his rebound and games where he's giving you double doubles, that's the effect I'm expecting Mitch to have on our Knicks. So to me, what makes Cleveland great is they're fully healthy. You got to remember, in the beginning of the season up until now, they might have been one of the only teams that was fully healthy. We're still not fully healthy. We still was missing Mitchell Robinson, and now Preston Tua just came back. So
Great
let's
point.
see how we look fully healthy, and then let's see the defense and the winning streaks and things of that nature.
And then for just the top 5 thing for Cat is like, all right, I don't know if they're going to put Joker and Giannis over him just because they're going crazy. They're going
I'm
bananas.
fine with that. I'm fine with
Right?
that.
Like it's always the the usual suspects. Then like we mentioned Tatum and Donovan. Donovan Mitchell being a top 5 guy, he's back to that spot. Remember 2-3 years ago, he made top
Right,
5 voting.
right. Okay,
Even
I'm
though one
fine
of
with
us on
that.
even though
Who
one
gets
of us
that
on the
last
screen had
spot?
no idea.
Right.
SGA, SGA, is gonna get the votes, even though I think Chet is their MVP for that OKC team.
Right, but I get what you're saying, but when we be like, okay, who's the top five best players in the NBA? SGA is playing good basketball, but that team is playing great basketball. Right now, SGA is great. I'm not saying he's not top five, but we cannot dismiss what Cat is doing and the effect he's having for the city and in the NBA. A guy that nobody loved this trade. Like let's be realistic. We can do, how people do them videos for 2-3 minutes where you can just hear people talk about how they felt this trade went. People really thought that we shouldn't have gave up DiVincenzo. You know what I mean? People told me I wouldn't have did the trade because we had to throw in DiVincenzo. That's why I made a post early on. So how do y'all feel now?
I mean, the room is split though. It wasn't just nobody wanted it; it was half and half.
Yeah,
And
but
then
nah, it was
yeah, bro. And then someone like Flea's like, all right, I don't really want to make the trade. I don't know if the trade is great, but there's no way you telling me DiVincenzo's stopping the trade. You can't tell me that. He's never been nobody till he came to the Knicks. So it was both of y'all like the trade and I didn't. So there's a lot of people if it was you talk to a bunch of Knicks fans, it was people like me who was holding on to the past of last year. But for the most part, a lot of Knicks fans like the trade. There was a minority of us
yeah, I
that
mean,
I'm not the one hiding. No, all these other guys are ducking and running. No, Cat, turn this thing around, and that's what that's not talked about enough. Because what we always talk about, if it's at the park, the stadium, doesn't matter, high school, middle school, AAU, doesn't matter. When someone can inspire a fan base, the teammates, all that, that's what Cat is doing at the end of the day. That dunk he caught yesterday, what?
it was
In
all right.
between traffic and all? Nah, that was
It was
tough.
all right.
Okay, but
It was good. It was a
did you?
good dunk, but it's not. It's
Nah,
not.
that was tough.
It was
If we were at the
cool.
Garden, you would have gone crazy. Stop it, old boy. Now you're doing too much.
Yeah,
If
but
we're at the Garden, we're going crazy.
it was a good dunk, but it's not. It's not that John Morant type. It's not. It was a good dunk. I'm not. But people, it was a good dunk, bro. It wasn't
What
super
you
crazy like that.
you are not expecting John Morant dunks from this guy Cat.
I
In
know, but I'm
traffic,
just.
3 guys. I did not expect the cradled it. So okay. All I'm talking
It was a
about
good
is
dunk.
listen, every day he's doing something to go, yo, all right, I don't defend like that, but I'm making sure that when you watch me, y'all watching real TV. Julius Randle is not real TV. That is change the channel as fast as possible. Click, click.
Can can I ask you a question? Big shout out everybody in the chat, right? Who was the first one that you know of that said they would trade Julius Randle for Cat?
You weren't the first one. It was a bunch of y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But you were in that group. Yeah. It wasn't just you, bro. It was a bunch of people I was arguing with. I I hate him. I hate his guts. And now I might buy a jersey. Okay. Meow. I might buy a
I got
meow jersey.
I got roasted when I said I would want that trade. I ain't gonna say no names. I used to get trolled on IG, everything. Oh, you got to give a shout out to the donations. Got to.
That's mama perspective ain't playing around. She says
Oh
she
man.
on New York City. Come on, man. Thank you, mama. You might have to
Big
get off
shout
now.
out
I'm gonna start
Mom
the curse.
Dukes.
Oh, yeah. And of course, King speech. Question: is this the greatest Knicks starting five of all time? They brought this up earlier in the season, and Clyde, I guess Will Clyde said, F no, the way they're playing. I don't know. I mean, it's the best. They're averaging the most points out of any starting five since the merger all ball, since the NBA ABA merger. The record is by the Celtics from '86, if I'm not mistaken, and the Knicks starting five is about to break the record. Which I don't want to veer off because that all that tells me is that our bench is big garbage. We got to fix this all ball because if they're doing all that in the starting five, what is the rest of the team doing? And why do we keep losing all these silly games? Anyway, is this the best starting five in New York Knicks history?
I don't know. They have to do something special. Now, we talk about on paper, we talk about the names on the back of the jerseys, then you may have a point, but that Ewan, Oak, uh, come on, man. God rest his soul. What's my guy? Come on, left-handed, point forward, passed away. Play for the Knicks.
Willis Reed, Big Will.
No, no, not Willis Reed. I'm talking about that play with Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley in them.
Oh, Big
Anthony
Anthony
Mason,
Mason.
sorry. Big Mason. Yeah, sorry, my glitch. So Starks, I'm just saying, the electricity and people have to remember some of them Patrick Ewing and Starks teams, like we had battles in the playoffs. We went to the finals and the electricity at that time. I understand what's going on now. Remember when Larry Johnson hit the 4-point play against Indiana? Like those moments, like we really have to understand those moments are cemented in sports history, not just NBA history. Playing against Miami Heat, coach jumping into the fight. So I don't know if this is the greatest starting five we have because we've had some great starting fives, but and that's why you kind of got to break it down because automatically somebody say yes because of the star power of what those names mean today as far as Cat Brunson, OG Bridges. But if we're talking New York City in that garden, listen, man, the battles Patton was having with Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan, the Miami Heat. Then, like I said, trained for Larry Johnson. Nah, I don't know. That's then Clyde Frazier and them was that was way before my time, but we have to give them props. Two-time champions. I'm just saying, but those Patrick Ewing Knicks, listen, bro. You know we make it say this might be the most talented Knicks team, maybe, but the best, I don't know. Listen, man. Listen, man. When Pat, remember when he damn near mush choked and slapped John Starks? And what Pat said John Starks' mom said? Don't you be hitting my son. And Pat, I think, said he told her, if he do it again, I'ma hit him again. So listen, man. Starks headbutt Reggie Miller. So for me, it's right. Childs, Allen Houston. Thank you, King Speech. So for me, in so many moments, Allen Houston hitting the big shot against Miami. So I think if this team has one of those special moments in the playoffs, have one of those dog fights, then they can get up there. But right now, patting them, I think Fabian, they listen, man. You ain't have to be a Knicks fan to understand what New York was about back then. And those teams, nah, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a great question, though. Great question.
Must see TV. You kidding me? Wasn't all about 10. It was all about heart. Get your lunch pail boxes out. Huh? We going to work. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Oh, she said good evening to you first. Ms. Darlene Bryant, I hope that was a typo. I hope that was a mistake. Yes, I'm a hater. We do. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Everybody, Miss Darlene Bryant is in the building. Good evening. Hope she's having a great evening, better than us and all of y'all. But I hope everybody's having a great evening. Darlene Bryant is in the building. How you
Good
doing?
evening, darling. Hey.
Yes.
Heart out hustling every Nick pass in history. At, see, with Dr. Toboggan, that's a dope name, by the way. Amazing name. That 90s team is all hustle, is legendary. It's the that's what we always say. It ain't about I always tell Dom that. I know for a fact it's not about winning all the time. Like you win, it's if it's in your cards, it's in your cards. But I know for a fact it's the way you go out. Because we learned that as kids. Your first fight. If you scared and it's in your brother or your mother or somebody got to tell you, you better not come back here and not fight. I don't care if you lose. That's been ingrained in us since we were babies. And you
Yeah,
always
that's a
feel better
fact.
afterwards, like, damn, yeah, like you're supposed to do that. We're all scared. That's why I always say that this is like a simulation of war. It's a game strategy, it's chess, and it's the same thing because We're replicating that on the court. All that your heart's beating. It's the moment. That's why we call it crunch. That's why we call it crunch time, right? Killer instinct. You can't overlook the glory of the 70s. I wasn't around to watch that. You weren't around to watch that, like witness it, and like today.
Right.
And you can't disrespect that team. I think that team is like overlooked as one of the most influential teams of all time.
It is. And one of the greatest teams of all time. It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. That's a great point.
Earl the Pearl goes there and they're like, yo, it's not going to work. And it worked. We saw in modern day KD and Kyrie. That's not going to work. Didn't work. 2-1 Kyrie with Luka. Harden with anybody. Kawhi, whoever he goes, he fails. Clyde Frazier's not regarded as Kevin Durant, none of these guys, and he made it work with two different kind of lineups.
Bro, Clyde Frazier till this day is a superstar. Clyde was a superstar, bro, from the outfits to the flashy. Like, he embodies what New York City is. Clyde was looking like Frank Lucas when he got off the court, bro. You can get like, come on, man. If you the police and never watched basketball and you see Clyde pulling out of the garden, you might follow Clyde and try to arrest him. Like, hold on, man. Clyde got them things on deck, man. So for me, you made a great point. Exactly. That team, man, they don't get the props they deserve. And that's why I always say, and I make a joke, the Knicks hate the conspiracy that, the league and nobody want to give the Knicks props. I think it's the truth, because when they talk about great teams, of course you have the Lakers, the Celtics, Chicago, now Golden State, Miami with LeBron, of course Detroit Pistons, but then when you go back and you go as far back as, God rest his soul, Bill Russell and them Celtics, Wilt Chamberlain, God rest his soul, they talk about the Lakers, and they always forget about the Knicks. We may get an honorary mention here and there, but we don't get talked about like those other teams. We don't get the 40-minute or the 30 for 30. You know what I'm saying? The youth don't know about Platinum guys and the effect they had on New York City. But we know about everybody else.
They do. No, they do now. They got an amazing documentary, and the book is dope. I didn't read the book yet, but that's what you learn about when they like. You think gambling is crazy now? They were gambling at the Garden, throwing banana peels at Phil Jackson.
Oh yeah. Of course,
like,
of course.
Come on, this is 70s New York. This is different. The way you hear our accent is because it comes from these crazy lunatics that were around for the Garden. They said the Garden used to smell like cigar smoke. So the legend of Madison Square Garden started there. And remember, this was before live TV. So it's hard for me to say this team is that, because they got the glory, bro. They got the glory. And Karl Anthony Towns, do not get me wrong, that's why I'm excited about him, because he didn't turn down a chance for glory so far. He knows what this means. Somebody explained it to him. He's that age, 27, 28, and he's like, I hear the noise. I hear what y'all saying about me. He didn't cower like JJ Redick. He didn't cower like LeBron. All these guys cowered. Cat ain't never snicker. He ain't never bring up the fact that people call him soft. I don't recall that. Maybe on podcast, please think for a second. But while in New York, he hasn't mentioned the noise. All he did was play with that same level. Yo, just bring your game. Whatever it is that you do, just bring that over here. That's why I'm excited about him. And if he continues this, and my guy OG, they're on their way to statue territory. Don't get that. I don't want to hear that, because that's what you're dealing with them 70s Knicks. Them guys are statues.
So I'm gonna just say this: if this team can win a championship, then I can say this is the greatest Knicks team ever. They have to win a championship. But I'm gonna tell you something that they have to start doing more. You have to start interacting with the fans more. You have to. When we used to watch the Knicks and Patrick Ewing and Starks and Oak and them guys and Mace, and you go, bro, the way they interacted with the crowd, the way they jump in the crowd, slap the guys 5, yell at them, fight with them, like that's what the Garden is all about. These guys got to start doing that more. if you want to get that type of respect and love, like the Clyde Frazier, them, like the '90s, Patton, them, you have to interact more with the fans because that's what New York City is about. We don't care about how talented you are. We care that you care. If you, why you think John Starks is beloved? Because on that floor, Starks will look at you like I will die out here for this Knicks team. So for me, I think the Knicks team today, they have to start figuring out how to embody that. Um, Dealing with the fans more. Even when you outside the garden. Listen, man, pull up. Let the crowd go crazy around you after a big game. Let the people touch you. Now, I mean, you may have to go out there with security because nowadays people's a little crazier than back then. But like I said, the way those guys interacted with the crowd during the games, listen, man, that's like no other. And I don't think nobody does it better than our Knicks. So yeah, I think once they start doing that a little more, listen, just baby, just imagine you sitting there and Brunson make a big shot and then y'all lock eyes and y'all and he yell at you and give you a fight. Like that's what make people fall in love with you. So I just think they need to start figuring out how to do that a little more often because once you understand what New York City is about, you're a Knick for life. You're a Knick for life. So I think they have an opportunity. They just have to have that big playoff run, um, or win a championship.
On the yeah, on the road to that, I think they've been working on that. Like last year, Brunson had the broken hand, and he stuck around to high five everybody outside the garden after Game 7. The way he was talking to the crowd, like get him the out of here to the ref. Like
Right, right,
Josh Hart, he really is John Starks 2.0. I know Flea's gonna argue against that, but spiritually, that is the John
right,
Starks of
right,
this era. Um, and you're right. That stuff right there is what that personality. You once you are in tune with the crowd, it changes everything. I don't care what sport you play in New York. If you match that grit, you grind out games, and you interacting with us, it changes everything because we don't want to really boo you anymore. To be honest, now we're kind of past that. We've seen that. It's a lot of great potential here scoring wise, and of course, once you could score like that, we want to shake the other team so bad that they're scared to death to play defense. They're scared to death on
right.
every possession, and I think they're scared to death. To be honest with you, yo, man, it's time to say it. OG Anunoby's probably top 3 and maybe top 2 defenders in Knicks history. This is insane what he's doing.
So
And
hold
I
on. Who who who's the two you have if he's three?
Ewing is bar none, right? Ewing is just,
Yeah, come on, man. Pat was a dog on that defensive end.
and then you have I think Clyde Frazier's just he was slick.
So hold on. What
I'm
about
not
my
sure.
guy Derek Harper? Derek Harper was tough, man.
He was
I'm not.
tough, but
I understand OG level is there. You may have a point, but we can't forget, guys like D Hart, man, that was just a dog. He was probably a notch below Gary Payton. He didn't get the limelight. He wasn't the flashy, but listen, man, all ball on ball defender, mad dog face killer. He looked like this all day. So, but you make a great point. Yeah, like you said, Clyde, Pat, OG. Yeah, OG is up there. OG is up there. I got to give him props. He's up there.
yeah, like, I don't remember anyone just cutting like Darrell Reeves in the area, Deion Sanders the area. I don't recall that unless you talk about the great ones. So it's time because once you get, and I asked Fleet this the other day. Yeah, Gerald Wilkins was good. He wasn't this. I'm sorry. He wasn't this King speech. This is crazy. And he goes,
Hold on. Okay, okay. Sorry.
oh, well, Mason.
No, 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 no. I was just saying. I forgot. Listen, when we got Speedwell, even that Knicks team, like when we talk about excitement, we talk about must see TV. That's what I'm saying. This Knicks team, they got some ground to make up. You gotta have that. You gotta have that big playoff run. Got you.
That 92 team, X-Man, bananas.
Come on.
But I forgot to mention. Yo, January. I don't want to stay stuck on it. I'm just getting over it. But last season, that starting five, I don't think this starting five is even messing with that. That team was too crazy. And we're talking about chemistry. The bench. Josh Hart's coming off the bench. That's what last year's team was about. Hartenstein setting the tone for you. Grit and grind. Randall's in order. Balance with Brunson and OG in the corner. A lot of great teams. Those are the teams that stand out in our history when it comes to that. But OG's on both teams, and damn, I don't. What do you think the Knicks look like once Mitchell Robinson comes back, and now OG doesn't have to roam as much, and you got a partner in crime back there to cover less space. Now all I need to do is cover this spot.
No, Flea is not gonna like this. Big shout out to our brother Flea. Big shout out to Uncle Weiss, always Kels. Our brother Dom drop out. Dom text us today. Love to hear from Dom. Um, Flea's gonna get upset at me, but Mitchell Robinson is what's gonna put us over the hump and make us championship contention because he anchors the defense, the best offensive rebound in the game, and now he puts Cat in his right position. Now Cat has to play the four. Now Cat doesn't have to worry about being a rim protector or playing great defense. So when Mitchell Robinson comes back and then now Precious True is healthy, now we have our full roster. Like I said, people don't be wanting to hear it. They think us as Knicks fans, we're making excuses. No. When other teams isn't fully healthy, y'all say the same thing. We're not fully healthy. Precious True just got back yesterday. Mitchell Robinson isn't here yet. And we see what Mitch brings to the table. We see what he brought to the table hobbled against Philly. If he don't come in that series, we don't win that series. Simple and plain. So when Mitch comes back, we will be championship contention. The only team that'll be standing in our way is Boston. Now I know Cleveland is dangerous, Milwaukee getting together, and I know I've always said this, and Fabian, you always disagree with me, and I always say with Milwaukee, to me they're not a threat because their coach is Doc Rivers. But what makes them a threat, they have those two players, Giannis and Dame Lillard. But like I said, Mitch come back, we fully healthy, playing at this level, Cat playing at MVP level, and Brunson continue to evolve his game, and Bridges and OG playing at a high level, getting them their confidence up every game. The only team that'll be standing in our way is Boston Celtics. And I'm gonna be honest, us fully healthy, them fully healthy, Mitchell Robinson can stay with Porzingis. See, I don't think Cat can guard Porzingis. Because for some reason, Cat defensively, his footwork is weird. But if we got Mitch there, I'm take I like our chances. So to me, that's why we didn't trade Mitch yet, because we understand how important Mitchell Robinson is. Even though they say we tried to throw him in a trade and Minnesota didn't want him. All right, cool. But you don't hear us talk about trading him now. Trade deadline ain't up. Because we understand how are we gonna look. Because think about it, Mitch Robinson is to me, he's better than Rudy Gobert.
We talked
And
about
we
that last year.
right. And we see how Gobert and Cat look. People ain't have to like it. They was in the Western Conference Finals. They was a couple games away from the finals. So I'm pretty sure the smart guys in the front office is going, we have to see what this looks like. We have to see Mitchell Robinson out there with Cat. Precious and nah. So I think that's what's going to happen when Mitch comes back. We're going to be legit title contenders.
Tyler Toboggan, thank you for the contribution. I was there for the 90s. JB would figure it out. 90s Knicks shared the city with too many good teams in New York. This team has united the entire city and fan base. The traveling support is unprecedented. Yeah, I don't remember the Knicks, any team being like this besides the great teams like the Lakers and when they're in
That's
their
a fact.
prime, and the 49ers and the Cowboys, the Patriot teams, and they won. Like, we're doing this without winning. So you always allude to it. What happens if we win? Everyone knows. They make jokes about the Yankees win, and on Instagram they always like the city's gonna blow up. It's different. The Yankees winning is not gonna be the same thing as the Knicks win. Even the Mets, it won't be the same. The Mets are
Bro,
close though. The Mets are
I
close. The
did.
Islanders might be close, but the Knicks.
I don't think
This is
nobody,
50. How many years? 50.
Fabian, Fabian, I don't think nobody is close. When the Knicks win a title, not saying if the Nets win a title, it's not going to be great. When the Knicks win a championship, this will be the most important championship in all of sports history. This will trump all the Lakers and Celtics championships. This will trump all the Patriots championships. Yankee. This will trump everything, bro. This will be considered the greatest championship in NBA history. And players that don't understand that and don't want to be a part of that and don't want to try to. That's why guys like Giannis and certain players, I don't understand what y'all doing. I really don't. I don't. Like I said, when Dame Lillard was in his prime, and I used to be like, yo, bro, come over here and hit them game winners in the playoffs. So for me, listen, when we win, who's ever on that roster will be revered forever. Forever. Down to the 12th guy on the bench will be revered forever. Watch, it's gonna be like the Dark Knight out here, bro.
And back to your point though, with Mitchell Robinson, the reason why the championship is realistic and the defensive, ability for the team it steps up with him in there is because the way I see it also is even with the Bucks, there is no help. There is no such and such is injured right now. Oh, well, Chris Middleton. But last season we saw him. He hasn't been Chris Middleton in years. Uh the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're all healthy. So we kind of see what the full clip looks like. We don't know what this full clip looks like. OKC, we've seen what their full clip looks like. Well, not even. They're the other team, and we always mention them. That's
we seen
another
it now
reason.
with Hartenstein in there. We seen what that full clip looked like. Lord have mercy.
Nah, Chest still not there. There's a
I
bullet
know,
missing.
but
So I'm
yeah.
saying that's what we always allude to. Hold on. It still looks like OKC, New York. We don't know. Boston, we've seen y'all fully loaded, so we know what to expect. There's nothing like the unexpected. And this is something that is OG's heading into that territory where people think we're overrating him because he's part of our team. Mitchell Robinson is maybe the most underrated player in the game. Maybe the most underrated player in the game. And I was so surprised to hear Barkley call him like baby Moses Malone one year. Like, this is crazy. How is he doing all that? I only seen Moses do all this. I remember when he said that and gave him a compliment when we smoked Cleveland. I don't remember they had him out of the top 30 last year. Remember the top 30 center list that they had? We were like, what is this?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
So
crazy.
and it really does amaze me that he's shutting down your best centers. And we got two players that can shut down your best centers. That changes everything. Now, what you gonna do? Tatum, all these guys, he can affect. So he can see, like you said, the fact that you got guys that sway things defensively. I'm a defensive guy on any. I don't care. We're talking about Floyd Mayweather in boxing, whoever it is. The execution of Bernard Hopkins. I'm defense first. Once you do that and get a little offense, it's a wrap for you. You can't touch me, can't score on me, and I could tap you all day. It's over. Those are the guys that are gonna help us with the knockout punch, all ball. I'm loving it. Love what you said.
And just before we move on, and Mitchell Robinson gives us some more size. Like we really got to understand, like Pressure True is not 6'10", 6'11". So Cat isn't out there by himself where he has to get all the rebounds. So Mitchell Robinson also gives us another guy that's 6'11", 7 foot, and he's tough. He ain't no slouch. He ain't no punk. He don't back down. So it also gives us size and toughness. So, what team can't use pause more size and toughness? So, I think that's also underrated when it comes to Mitchell Robinson. Yeah. So listen, man, young boy's tough. As long as he can stay healthy. And like I said, the last picture we seen him, he looked in shape. So, looks like he stayed off of social media. You don't see nothing popping up with him. So hopefully he's in
Well,
the
no,
lab low.
that's not true. That's not true.
Okay. I
He's always
well,
on social
when
media.
I'm going up in that, yeah, I don't see him. All right, so I was wrong
Yeah.
about that. But yeah, he gives us some sides of toughness. And with New York, you can never have enough of those two things when it comes
Well,
to
New
our
York,
Knicks.
we could never have enough of Brunson news, and he is deemed as questionable for Saturday's game. Brunson is dealing with a lower back contusion in jeopardy of missing his first game of the season. If the star point guard is ruled out, Miles McBride Tyler Kolek are candidates for an uptick in playing time. Over the last 5 outings, Brunson has averaged 25.8, 6.2 assists, 2.8 rebounds across 30 minutes per game. Those assists seem
We
kind of
play
low.
Saturday.
Detroit.
He could miss that game. That's cool. Because remember, we got Detroit, I think, coming up back to back, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it back to back?
If you could check real quick before we move forward, because I think, as long as he's there for Wednesday against Atlanta, because that game is what'll take us to Vegas. And as long as he plays against Minnesota at Minnesota, I'm fine. I think besides those two games, he should be fine.
Well, we play Toronto on Monday. And I
But who we
think
play? We play Saturday Detroit. We play Toronto Monday,
yeah,
and
so
then
that's not
Wednesday
back
we
to back.
play. All right, and then Wednesday we play Atlanta to go to the Cup.
Okay. All right, that is. It is because it's not on Tuesday, because usually it's Tuesday and
All right,
Fridays.
so yeah, so I'm fine with Brunson missing Saturday and Monday. We should be able to beat Detroit in Toronto without Brunson, especially with Cat playing like this. And this is where you need Bridges to step up. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Bridges, so far lately, you've been stepping it up. I think you've been hitting them up because parlays. Thank you, Bridges, for coming through. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big. Get it in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code ABTV. That's code ABTV for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you get just $5. When you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Bull Hill Casino and Camp Resort. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. Yeah, baby.
Hey, hold on. Quick question. Um, Chris Middleton is coming back tonight. I see him on the
Tonight?
layup line. Remember, they
Oh,
play
wow.
Boston tonight. Remember, Giannis was questionable, probable. Well, of course he's playing, but I'm looking at Chris Middleton right now on the layup line in uniform.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
major, bro.
It's about the and listen, I want to talk about this. I got to make a post about this tomorrow. Kendrick Perkins just said Giannis is one NBA title away from becoming the second greatest power forward of all time. Yep. Thank you, Teak Sports and Boxing. Chris Middleton is back tonight. Uh-oh. Well, he's on the layup line, y'all, and he's in uniform.
It's see, that's how you know. Look how like I'm really excited for him. I'm like not sad, but if I was his pops or somebody, I might cry because he's fighting
Yo,
back to
bro.
get in the game. He's been through a lot. That
Yo,
kid's
bro,
ankles
listen.
tore up. This is hard for someone to get on the court. Remember, I told you 6'8", 6'9". That's a big guy.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, if he can get and look, one thing with us, I pray he gets back fully healthy. Now you got Boston, New York, Milwaukee, Cleveland, all legit. Listen, thi- I just got chills because I love to see everybody fully healthy because I know what the NBA is supposed to look like. When teams are evenly matched up, this is when you see who's great. So, man, big shout out Chris Middleton, man. Look, first game back. Yep. Due to his ankle injury. He's back tonight. And it's crazy. I didn't I didn't hear about none of that, didn't see about none of that. Listen, man, I hope he can stay healthy. But wow, wow. We gotta get it together, bro. It's about to get crazy. My nigga, the East is about to be nuts out here.
Milwaukee's 8-2 in their last 10. They just lost to Atlanta. Someone like Chris Middleton, close to his prime, his peak powers can help stop. He can just help stop anybody. Dame got to get it going, and I like what you said earlier. Like, they can really, at the end of the day, these are two basketball, geniuses, right? Like, we're talking about guys that are just a different level. You could practice all you want to and still might not get to this level. You could try your try your heart out. Dame and Giannis are legends, bro. No matter how you slice it, no matter how the NBA and some of the other people want to slice it, Giannis is a guy that we don't love his skills. We always trash it all the time. I thought he was making a turn last year, but even then, it's an ugly style of game. There's no
His numbers
finesse
is
to it.
crazy though.
Right, but he's just flat out unapologetic. Give me the money. I want the points. I'm coming for your heart. I'm not playing any games. 16 for 16, 50 points. 16 for 16 at the free throw line, 50 points in the finals to close out a finals game. That's what we talk about with glory. That's what we talk about with any Knicks team. Karl Anthony Towns is to do that. And speaking of glory, speaking of legend, AllBall. Why? In the year 2024, you want to tease us with this gossip from 12 years ago, you bastard, Adrian Wojnarowski. Gilbert was right. Nobody likes you. I don't like you now either. But in the meantime, in between time, Woj bomb is still going off. Damn, I thought you was done, Woj.
He missed the limelight.
Look at his
face. Why is it still
Woj?
Why is it still Woj ESPN?
Look at his face. Woj gets into Kobe Bryant and how he may have possibly wanted to sign with the New York Knicks.
He thought he was convinced he was going to end up with the Knicks.
This is real.
He goes, they're going to amnesty me, and no one's going to claim me on waivers, and I'm going to go sign with the Knicks.
I just felt like a 12 gauge to my chest.
I said, like, they were not going to amnesty you. I said, they'll burn this city down.
Yeah.
He loved the Lakers, and he only ever really wanted to be there. He would fantasize about the Garden.
That's all he talked about.
He loved this guy. I remember standing with him at the Staples Center. I would always talk to him kind of on the way to his car. He was defending you. He was like, I told Melo, stop apologizing. Play the way you play. Stop apologizing. It was right in the middle of the Phil stuff.
He told me, why the you keep apologizing?
I remember he said that to me.
That mother stop apologizing. You know what? Yeah, Phil, you're right. My bad. I apologize. He like, mother, why you keep apologizing? Stop taking all these shots. I said, shoot and shoot. He said, no, mother, stop taking all the bullets.
It was Carmelo trying to be all poetic. Well, Kobe was being poetic. He didn't care. AllBall, what was your reaction to, I guess, Carmelo, being close to Kobe and everything, Woj deciding to roll off his couch and whatever he's doing at the schools. And, shout out to Woj, going through a lot with cancer and everything. Hope you beat that, man. More healthy wishes to you. But what's your reaction to Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bean, the Mamba, possibly joining the New York Knicks?
I agree with what you said. Woj, you could have kept this to yourself, because to tease us like this, and like the young man said, for like a 12 gauge, like, to know that you could have had certain players, like when the Knicks, when they start doing a lot of documentaries and just seeing the plays that we missed out on, whether it was through the draft or about one slot, we missed Steph Curry about one pick. But I did not want to hear this. Love Kobe Bean Bryant, rest in peace. Because the woulda, coulda, shoulda with certain players, just imagine if Kobe was in blue and orange. I understand what he meant to the Lakers, to the city of Los Angeles. But I ask my brother, gotta ask Flea. Yeah, yo, man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. AllBall Nerd TV. Yo, you gotta love it. Kobe Bryant, would he have been more legendary as a Knick than as a Laker? Bruh, can you imagine Kobe in the Garden every other night? We got a Michael Jordan. And then Lord, he brings a championship to the city. Kobe comes to New York and brings 1 championship to the city. That means more than the 5 championships he brought to LA. That is a fact. That is a fact. But it just goes to show you, it's how long have I been saying this? How long have the NBA been lying and people been lying saying nobody never wanted to come to the Knicks? One of the greatest players in the world wanted to be a Knick. These guys fantasize about playing in the Garden, but they scared of the pressure. You know who was never scared of the pressure? Kobe, Bean, Black Mamba Bryant. He would have been perfect for the city. I was there when he came to 55th. I was there. I'm playing. And I'm playing like y'all, and I'm playing defense. You see what he did down there in LA? What's those runs?
In
With
Compton,
the guys. What, I forgot what they call it.
Drew
With
League.
James Harden. No, if you see when Kobe went to the Drew League, right? I ain't rushing out of here. Let the people touch me. And I'm gonna hit the game winner. And I'm at the game winner on you bum ass ninjas. Listen, man. Whoa, you could have kept that to yourself. Because now you give us something more to stress about. Now, diehard Knicks fans is gonna say for the rest of our lives, we could have had Kobe. You kidding me? So, I love that Woj went up there and told that story because it just goes to show you, the Knicks organization, we were not as bad as people made us out to be. Yes, we had some rough years, but to say nobody never wanted to play here, we have arguably the greatest player in the world. Some have them, but definitely top 5, top 10 greatest NBA players of all time wanting to be a Knick. But guys like that is so loyal that, it was very rare that he was going to leave LA, even when he threatened to say, I'm going to go to Chicago. He kind of did that to let them know, don't play with me. But listen, man, wow. That, like you said, you got to give a shout out to Woj, whether you like him or hate him. Y'all thought he was gone. And we know Shams is over there doing a great job.
Is he?
But you know what? Exactly. That was the shot to your man. Big shout out Gilbert Arenas. Yeah, Shams.
Yeah.
Listen. Right? So when you think Woj is this and that and he ain't good at his job, he drops a Woj bomb on Carmelo Anthony's platform. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. So listen, man, that was strategic. That was legendary. And I love it. Like I said, everything is a competition. And that's how it's supposed to be. But wow, Kobe Bean Bryant. Once again, I'm going to ask you and I'm going to ask the chat. If Kobe Bean Bryant was a Knick, would he be more legendary as a Knick than as a Laker? And if he won 1 championship, I think that overpowers the championships in LA. Because let's not forget, 3 of them was with Shaq, and people try to throw dirt on his name because of that. Oh, he had Shaq, and then even with Powell and all of them came over there. So listen, I think that would have been a great move for him because now you did something that nobody thought could ever be done. Bring a championship to the greatest city in the world. New York, New York. Dun, 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 dun. Start spreading the news. It's up to you. Come on, man. I'm sorry. Rest in peace to legend. Frank Sinatra. Hold on. Greatest city in the world? Is that the greatest song in the world when it's coming to representing the city?
I mean, what's even in the same category?
So thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you were supposed to answer that. Thank you. That's all I want to ask. Yeah, don't play with
You
our
know what's
city, man.
you know what's funny? He ain't even from here.
That's how legendary New York City is, man.
Yo, shout out to Bill
Come
Burr.
on,
When he
man.
broke that down, that was crazy. Listen, man, Kobe Bean. It's tough because his fans for me are the ones that got him in this conversation with LeBron and Mike, and I, personally would always disagree with that. But that's how big his fan base is. That's how rabid his fan base is, and he ain't even in New York. That's how crazy they are. All the players respect him. Anybody who suited up and played across Kobe Bryant, they all say the same thing. Now, what you
about a
talking
cult
about?
following.
They'll look at you and be like, you think LeBron is harder to guard than him? And they'll laugh at you. You don't know what you're talking about if you're going to go say that, right? So you have all of that going down, and he didn't even play in New York. Look what happened with Brunson last season because he got some success over here. Carmelo he felt some of that. Got to salute Brunson and Carmelo and Julius Randle for coming here when nobody wanted to come here. Let's never forget that. Even though I will get to you in a second, Carmelo, for trading the whole damn team and trying to deny it. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. But I digress. Kobe Bryant in New York would have been bananas. Everybody would have hated him after we put him to the gods like that while he was alive. We would have anointed him on a different level. People wouldn't be able to stand Kobe Bryant after that. We will go. It'll be Kobe jerseys everywhere. Still, everywhere. We don't have that. We had you in for a while. You guys that's sprinkles. Now Brunson, of course, we're popular again, but Kobe's a brand in himself.
Different.
The Mamba.
Different.
Imagine having a guy who will sit across from James Dolan and go, "No, the fuck are you talking about?" You know Kobe's gonna talk to him like that. That's the guy who now moves into potentially some Pat Riley territory if he's over here. Because he goes,
Yeah,
I know the game.
That's a fact.
I know the game. I'm in New York. I want a piece of that team. I want some of that. You know how he's thinking. Everything about Kobe would have spoken to just being larger than life. And there's nothing like New York because I don't know if we've had an athlete of that magnitude in the city, really. Lawrence Taylor is the only one I could think of. But the guy that really topped the GOAT of his league, of his sport.
I mean, we had A-Rod, he was a hell of an athlete. I get what you're saying though. I'm not saying that,
I'm sorry. No. The Yankees just Babe Ruth and they had.
I mean,
yeah,
we had some guys now, but when you say athlete, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I'm just, like you said, just skill level, pure talent, just out of control. Like you said,
and
LT
I don't know,
might be.
That's it. And I don't know if they would have meant as much as because basketball is different walking the streets of New York. Kobe would have been different walking the streets of New York. And respectfully, because they uplift him over there in LA, but over here he would be different. I don't think people don't understand until you come to New York. We all know if you ain't got bread, you ain't even really living right over here. And he wouldn't have to pay for nothing. We would go bananas in New York if we had a player like that. And
he wouldn't even have to need a car. He get a cab and go to it for free. Flag a cab, I'm going to Connecticut. No problem, Mr. Bryant. Come on, bro. Like, I totally agree.
I'm thinking of all that when you say that because he's a guy who's going to influence the game from top to bottom. He's going to interact with the fans. He's just going to be different. God bless him and his family, of course. I hate when I forget to mention that because it's just a lot of times I forget that he's not here, bro. Like he's frozen in my mind as that image, as just Kobe.
But you know what? That you made a great point. We also have to always say rest in peace to his daughter, but also to the rest of the people that was there on that helicopter. So, rest in peace to everybody, everyone. And it definitely is tough to talk about Kobe because he's not here, but Rose brought it up, and us being diehard Knicks fans, you have to fathom about that. You have to fantasize about, wow, what if 24-8 was in that blue and orange? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me, man. Got to be kidding me. And when we talk about cult followings, does Kobe Bean Bryant have the illest cult following of all sports? Like, who has a more cult following than Kobe Bryant, in your opinion?
They're all up there. It's Jordan, LeBron, Steph Curry.
Nah.
Yeah,
When I
bro.
say Colt, now Curry ain't up there. Not Colt following as far as like when we arguing the game of basketball, nobody's willing to shoot nobody over Steph Curry. Guys is ready to do something to you over Kobe Bean Bryant. Like a diehard Steph Curry fan is not going to argue like a Kobe Bean Bryant fan. Now, a LeBron fan would, a Michael Jordan fan would. So, okay, I agree. But, you know, I listen, man, Kobe, as far as when it comes to Colt followings, listen, man, like you said, he got to be top 5. He got to be top 5.
In NBA history.
I mean, sports history.
Yeah, because KD ain't got it. Yeah. In sports history? Yeah, because nobody
Yeah,
cares. Ain't nobody arguing with Tom Brady.
yeah, no, they would argue, but it won't get out of control. You gotta remember
Right.
when guys argue over LeBron Pauls every other day. The Kobe Bryant arguments, those things get violent. Things get
Bananas.
physical, man. Yo, what? Well, you got people that tell you Kobe was better than Mike with a straight face.
Yeah,
Shout out to our
good.
brother Flea.
Yeah, good point. RP. Soccer's different. I don't even.
Yeah.
I hope we never get to that level of fandom because soccer's
Yeah.
talk about bananas.
Yeah. Y'all
Nah,
burn
good.
city down, bro. Yeah, I'm straight on
Yeah.
that.
I'm good.
I'm so scared of that. I don't even want to witness that. Like, you know how you be like, yo, I want to go to a soccer game. I don't want to do none of that. Nah, I'm straight on that. Y'all got it. But also I seen, you know, some basketball games overseas. I see where they like to fire the crowds go crazy. But yeah, with soccer, that's a whole nother ball game, Paulson. You definitely correct. Straight on that.
Real quick, we did see Kawhi Leonard is coming back for Christmas time. Word?
Your man Bill Simmons. Big shout out Bill Simmons. He broke
He
that
said
news.
that?
He said, yeah, Bill Simmons said Kawhi Leonard will be back before Christmas. And then I seen a clip. I should have sent it to you. But you know how you scroll so quick? I seen a clip of they show Kawhi Leonard practicing, you know, in the Clippers arena. But Bill Simmons, got to give him his props. He the one that said Kawhi Leonard will be back before Christmas.
I wish we got to get Dom on soon because I told him in the summertime, yo, not for nothing. Only thing I'm mad at, I don't like Cat. I just don't see me liking him as a player the way he played in Minnesota, and I've been dead wrong. And I told him, say what you want about James Harden. I think this Clippers team is gonna be fun as hell.
Hold on. Remember, I used to argue with Dom. What I said, when James Harden comes, that's going to be his team. Everybody laughed at me. Dom went berserk on me.
It's
a lot
not
of
his
people
team.
owe James Harden. Okay. A lot of people owe James Harden an apology. Simple and plain.
I will never apologize to him. Ever.
Of
His
course
game.
not. Of course not.
I can't because bro, that kid Chris Dunn is coming of age finally. I didn't even realize he was a top 5 pick. Maybe the most underrated defender in the league is Chris Dunn. Zub doing his thing. The kid, I keep forgetting his name, Jordan, either Williams or Williamson. They're just a fun team. They should not be winning games. And remember, they were talking to Norman Powell. He took a leap.
Listen, bro, he been so solid his whole career. He is a bucket. He is a bucket. You got I'm glad you brought that name up. Man, a lot of young men and women that, you know, want to be superstars or play professionally, you got to start looking at guys like that. Listen, man, that guy's a bucket, man. That guy's a bucket. I agree, Fabian. Bucket.
Beaming boy
Quick
with
question.
the comment of the day. Kawhi's back before Christmas, out by New Year's Day. Cold blooded.
Norman Powell, Cam Thomas. Who you taking?
Norman Powell. Way smarter.
Same.
Way smarter player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just he could play on any team. Cam Thomas can't play on every team. He's he's electric, but doesn't play defense. He got better this season. Nah, Norman Powell plays that corner 3-pointer is crazy. He's always been a smart guy. He's been the third, fourth, option on the Clippers this whole time. And this season, that's why when you said it's James Harden's team is like over Norman Powell, Roman Powell took the heart of this squad right now. The whole team loves him.
I'm not even responding to that. I'll let you have that. I'm not responding to that.
Listen, man, I've seen James Harden fold with 2 seconds left for no reason. He jab
See,
stepped.
James, go ahead.
Oh, ball. He jab stepped
Go
and
ahead.
could not get any space, so he fell on the floor like a banana peel was in front of him out of nowhere, like it was Mario Kart. Your man is bananas.
Watch James Harden win 2 playoff games in Philly. I'm watching James Harden go to the Clippers where everybody thought they was going to be dirt and be trash, and they are relevant. We have to give props when props is due. We don't have to like him personally, but he's reinvented himself. These guys are getting older, and he's still winning basketball games, and he's playing on a team that I don't care what nobody said. When you look at that roster compared to the Lakers rosters and Sacramento's and Memphis's, and bruh, they are staying afloat. And I'm not going to say it's 100% James Harden because you're correct. All those guys are playing great basketball, but James Harden is leading the cavalry with that Clippers team, and we have to give him props because nobody thought they would be relevant, especially you trade Paul George and Kawhi Leonard is injured and not playing. People thought they was either going to tank or be in the dirt. So for them to be winning games, you got to give him props. And Lord have mercy, Philadelphia. That could be for another show.
Good point, because the Brooklyn Nets were not the same after James Harden left. Philadelphia 76ers were not the same after James Harden left, and it took a while
Ask
for
you
Houston
another
to
question.
recover.
Right now, if you're Philly, who would you rather have, James Harden or Paul George?
It's not even close. James
You
Harden.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he showed.
And that's all. That's why I love you, because you're not a James Harden fan, but you be honest and you keeping it real. And that's all we try to do up here. Got to keep the same energy. What James Harden is doing, I'm being honest. A lot of people didn't think he still had that left in the tank. He's playing good basketball.
It's not that I don't think he didn't have this in the tank. This is who he is to me. I just don't think he has another level to him. But I always felt like when he tore his hamstring in Brooklyn, that was bad. Like the way he tore,
Yeah, that was
until
terrible.
there was a runner, I forgot where we were on live, and he explained to us, bro, that was a grade 2, almost a grade 1, whatever, hamstring tear. You don't come back from that in those 6 months or a year. It's gonna take him a while, and he's still not the James Harden that he was. Because on Brooklyn, before he got injured, yes, Kyrie got hurt. Nah, I seen James Harden single-handedly take care of them Phoenix Suns that went to the finals by himself. KD sat down, Kyrie sat down. I think he went for like 50, damn near triple-double. James Harden was bananas. This season, I gotta concede some here to your point that you're trying to make. Bro, he's 35 years old. He is leading the team. He is the guy they look to in the playoffs and crunch time and for the right play, to make the right pass, set the right tone. Come on, he's involved in a lot of this stuff. And they're still missing Kawhi come this Christmas time. What are we thinking about that? Is this another
right?
Is he pulling the wool over our eyes again?
Right, but like I said, forget the Kawhi thing, because I'm looking at the chat, and all I'm saying is we can keep talking about James Harden in the past and how we don't like him and this and that. All I'm saying is the beginning of the season, nobody thought the Clippers would be relevant. These guys are legit, decent basketball team, and they're winning games with no Kawhi Leonard, and they traded Paul George. Like, we have to be realistic. He's doing good. He's doing just like when we gave Golden State props for that roster being the number 1 seed at one point, winning a whole bunch of games, and we going, yo, damn. You got to do the same thing with the Clippers and James Harden. Take the emotions and your personal feelings to the side for a minute. Put that to the side. I didn't even the beginning of the season, I didn't even attempt to want to watch the Clippers. For what? Now when you watch them, you're winning games. So, now, with the news that Kawhi Leonard should be back before Christmas, I'm gonna be honest. NBA better be a little afraid, because I'm gonna say this: we make fun, we joke about Kawhi, this and that, and this. When that man is fully healthy, the league is petrified, and he's one of those players. We've seen it. You drop him somewhere, a la Toronto, that missing piece, and the rest is history. So, all jokes aside, I don't wish injury on nobody. I hope he's fully healthy, and I hope he can come back and have a great season. But y'all better hope that man ain't healthy and that man can't play for the full season because the Clippers are going to be a threat. We seen what he was doing with Golden State until Zaza Pachulia pulled that 007 move on him. So we know the effect Kawhi can have on the game. So let's not act like we don't know what that man is and what he could be doing. So I hope the news is official. Big shout out Bill Simmons. And like I said, if he does come back, I hope he's healthy and I hope it works out because it just makes the league better and it just makes games even better and competitive. So I love it.
And it'll make a hypocrite out of Dime because he hates James Harden and he hates Kawhi. But when he's jumping up and down after a Kawhi game winner, I might call him at 2 a.m. You fucking liar. You love this though, right? Kawhi's a beast. James Harden doing his thing. Hopefully Norman Powell can stay healthy too. We just want to see great ball, man. We just want to see that Lakers. Did the Clippers already play the Philadelphia 76ers? I don't know. But if they do,
I don't know.
I'm definitely watching. I'm going to watch it because Paul George is somebody I'm not a fan of, man, at all. And to see these guys come back is amazing. If Kawhi gets to come back, we don't know what's really wrong with him. His damn trainer suing the Clippers. They're a hot mess out there in LA. So Golden State is basically in a play-in now after being in first place for a while. The Lakers dropping down out of the playoffs. That thing is, did we expect the Rockets to be the number 2 team in the league?
Hold on, Cheek Sports and boxing. He said they beat the Sixers twice.
Thank you, Cheek Sports. Yeah. Shows how much I pay attention. Right. But that Western Conference is turning into a real gauntlet, and the only one standing up there is OKC. That's the one they towering over like the mother of dragons over there. Everybody else, we didn't expect Houston to be number 2 in the conference, right?
Not at all. And hold on, y'all was big on that Memphis roster. Listen, when John Moran is healthy, that Memphis roster is something to deal with. And what I've been saying, that young man is coming for his spot. I told people when he missed that time, SGA and Ant-Man took his slot. That young man, when he's on that floor, he is must-see TV, and he's one of the better players in the NBA. So, yes, OKC's up there, but what Ime Udoka is doing in Houston, and like you said, listen, man, I just need the Clippers to be good because that pushes the Lakers back more. Anything to make the Lakers worse, I'm all for. Kawhi Leonard, please come back, stay healthy full season, so we can just stomp on the Lakers the way they don't even make the playoffs.
Oh, did I hear what I think I hear? Whoa,
we live. Big Flea, never the little one. Never the little one.
What up, my brother?
My brothers, what up? What up? What up?
Big Flea.
Never the little one. What up, fellas?
What up, brother? Did you want me to play what you sent in the text real quick so you can respond to it, or I can't?
Nah. I'm not in the right space and capacity to really respond the way I need to respond to that. I was just putting that out there for us to, tackle at some point. But great show thus far. I was just tapping in real quick. Just wanted to send some love to my brothers.
Monkey Wrench, I ain't seen you in a minute, brother. What up, man?
OG, you threw a little water. You threw a little water in your head today. I see. You acted bad. I see. Curls is flourishing. I see you. You look good.
No. Big shout to Beyonce. I woke up like this. I just took the hat off and it just stayed like this. So,
heard you.
You know what I mean? Should be crazy out here. You know what I mean?
I heard you.
Real quick, Flea, what you think about the Knicks win yesterday? Anything else with the NBA?
Nah, man. I thought OG was spot on. Double entendre, right? OG was spot on about us thumping them, and OG was spot on last night. See what I did there, right? Yeah.
Don't even ask me how.
Don't. I thought we handled business. We look great. Like when the offense is clicking and we hitting shots, and we're playing defense, flying around, playing unselfish, cleaning the glass. Like I said before, like yesterday, like we playing with a lot of joy right now. I was listening to Mike Wilbon earlier, and he was like, it took us a little while, but it looks like the Knickerbockers is coming together. I like what we're doing.
Hold on, Fabian, can I ask Flea a question while we got him up here?
Yes,
Flea is
I
one of
wanted
the
to ask you
biggest
both something.
Kobe. Right,
Oh
Flea is
yeah,
one of the biggest Kobe Bryant guys I know. A lot of knowledge. Like I said, my guy Flea, great IQ, great historian of the game. Woj dropping that bomb on Carmelo Anthony's platform. Flea, I gotta ask you, how you think Kobe Bryant would have been as a Knick?
So I've been silently tackling this all day long by myself in the room with the door closed,
Told you.
not talking
Told
to
you.
anybody about this, right? I haven't said anything to anybody about this, right? Because I had to watch it a couple times just to get like the real gist of what was going on, what Woj was talking about, and all that, right? So, couple things first. It depends on the time. Like, I would have loved to have Kobe Bryant at any point in his career, but what time are we talking about? Like, are we talking about 07 when he really could have got out of there? Or are we talking about 12, 13 when he signed that deal and, you know, he signed a 2-year, $100 million deal, he was getting $50 million per? Like, what time are we talking about? Because if we're talking about when he was really going to leave to go to Chicago and Chicago changes to New York, I would lose my mind. Like, that would have been a dream come true. And if he wins a ring in New York, right? Because now we got to think about it. If he leaves before the back-to-back, he only has 3. But if he wins a ring in New York, that ring in New York, not Dolo, whoever was on the team, whatever, but that ring trumps the back-to-backs that he got after Shaq. Like, that just blows everything out the water. Pause. Like, I don't know. I haven't watched the show yet. I'm gonna rewatch when I get home. But what was y'all take on it? What was y'all feeling about it? Y'all are diehard Knicks fans like myself. OG, what you was feeling about it?
It's funny, Fabian. He said what I said. I said Kobe would have came to New York and won a championship. That would have trumped whether he had 3, 5, whatever he would have had with the Lakers. That would have trumped that. And I just feel that Kobe coming to the city of New York would have been a perfect player. Just the skill set, the mindset. He was born and raised in Italy, but he also, is from Philly as well. So he has that grit, that grind with him. So I just think, to be honest, certain guys is perfect fits for New York City. And I think Kobe in New York, listen, man, I don't think we would have been prepared for that. Like that would have been insane. Like that would have been out of control because we would have had our own Michael Jordan. Like how Mike was in Chicago, we would have had that in New York.
Yo, man,
And you have to understand.
That would have been special.
So, yeah.
That would have been special. That would have been special, OG. That would have been special.
Listen, just imagine on the mic, the commentator. Remember how they used to do Mike from North Carolina? So imagine with Kobe being Bryant.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, that. Oh boy, Woj, why did you tease us with that, man? Come on, man.
Woj was, and what I said to myself was, I was like, Woj is so nasty for telling us this. This is so disgusting. Don't tell us this now. Don't put us.
He had one in the chamber. That's what that was. Woj, y'all niggas, y'all forgot who I am. Let me show y'all what I got clipped in this chamber. This Kobe being Bryant story. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry.
But we still press play was my point.
All day.
We still go watch. Yeah, man. I didn't. Oh, by the way, I just seen this pop up, which makes a lot of sense because we called it when he didn't re-sign, and I said it. I don't think he likes playing alongside DeRozan. De'Aaron Fox. There is a odds-on favorite for him to be acquired by the Orlando Magic. They are the favorites to acquire De'Aaron Fox in a potential trade per Bovada official. So that makes a lot of sense. The Miami Heat are on the running as well. Rockets, Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets will be interesting. Spurs will be interesting too. But I think Fox is in the win now mode. He would be insane with Orlando.
Why would he be in a what make? Go ahead. Let me let you finish.
You don't like the team if the Magic get him?
I think
I
that
don't
would
think
be
they need
amazing
him.
for Orlando.
I like him in
Why
Houston.
not?
I like what Houston is doing right now. I don't think you shake nothing up and change the guards in Houston right now.
You replace Green with him? That's a different.
Replace Fox with Green. Maybe I would have did that maybe 2 years ago, but now the way
You keep Green.
Now they
you
gotta get
keep
rid of
Green.
him.
You got that ain't. I
There's too
mean,
much
I
money
think
on
it
the
could be.
table. Fred VanVleet got to go too. He's making a ridiculous amount of money. You got to trade somebody. Fox is good. Fox just turned down a deal from Sacramento this summer because he said, "Well, you want the
But
Rosen?"
you got to keep Green. Now you got Green, Fox, and Boone. You got to keep Green. That trade only makes sense if you can keep Green. That's how
Nah,
Houston goes to the next level. I mean,
no,
I could be wrong.
hell no.
Yeah.
It's what got the Rockets going is the two small forwards. Now I'm blanking on their damn names. God damn, wow, that fast.
Who, Jabari Smith? Like they good, bro. I don't know if y'all watched them yet. They really
number two in the Western Conference.
Real good.
They're very,
Real
very good.
good.
They play tough. They play just
Yeah.
like their coach's demeanor. Like last night.
Exactly.
Yeah, like last night, the Warriors beat them. Kuminga had a great game, right? But Green and Sengun showed up on NBA Today and was like, yo, we were soft last night. And when guys could say that about themselves and the team, like, yeah, they got some guys. So I don't know if I would. I mean, put it like this, Fabian: is Fox an upgrade over VanVleet?
Yeah, he shoots better. I think he's more efficient. VanVleet could run the offense better. There's something about Fox. He's like, why is he not in the Ant-Man Ja Morant conversation? He could score. He's clutch. To me, he got a more unstoppable move than both. That De'Aaron Fox cross step back is one of the most vicious in the league, and that's not talked about. But it's still not
Not outgoing, not outspoken, and not flashy. It's a lot of guys in the NBA that's is just as good as other guys, but we just tend to gravitate. Ja Morant with the whatever that little dance he used to be doing. Ant-Man is outspoken, very animated. De'Aaron Fox just shows up to work and gets the job done and goes home. So to me,
one playoff appearance for De'Aaron Fox in his entire career. Like, if we're gonna be honest about him, we gotta, you know what I mean? OG is right. He's cool, calm. He don't really do too much. He's not like extra charismatic as them other guys. But are you a winning player? Right? Are you around when all the lights are on during April, May, and June? Y'all know how I feel. Like, when everybody's watching. Ain't nobody really watching right now. But when the playoffs start, when the NBA finals start, are you around? Because that's where guys start making their names. So, they had that 7-game series against Golden State, and I thought they outplayed Golden State that whole series. It was just experience. You know what I'm saying? The experience took over in that game 7, and Steph had 50. But how many times has De'Aaron Fox been in the playoffs? Once.
that's a great
You talk
I'm
about
sorry,
the other,
that's a great.
right. You talk about
He's
the other
going
young
in and
guys
out.
that you were talking about, OG, the Ja Morants and Anthony Edwards. These guys are, making regular playoff appearances. You know what I'm saying? You expect to see them in the postseason. We don't know about Sacramento yet, so I think it's that.
Sacramento's out of the playoffs right now. They look horrible overall.
Yeah.
I think they're second to last.
Yeah, Flea. I'm being honest. I don't remember last time I watched a Sacramento game. So Flea makes a great point. And that first round series against Golden State, you would think the next season Sacramento and De'Aaron Fox were going to take a step, to go to the next level. So that's a great point. But I just feel,
Did they make the
give him a
playoffs last year, OG? They didn't even make the playoffs last year.
Nope.
After being
But I'm telling you
a
right now,
what was they, a 2 seed,
what
a 3
two,
seed?
3 seed? Yeah,
Three.
yeah.
Crazy.
They were
I don't
third.
think
But
that's not talked about enough.
man, listen, put him over there in Houston with a coach like Udoka. He got Sengun and Green with him. Cause like I said, I like Green. I never was in love with Green, and I gotta give him props. I gotta give a big shout to DJ SNS. He been bigging up Green, and I'm like, he got to show me some. But right now, that young man is proving he's a dog. You know what I mean? And they tend to try to talk about what he has going on off the court, and he's not letting that affect him. He's playing great basketball. So I think to
Super
me,
efficient. He's figured out how to be
right.
efficient, OG.
Exactly. I think Orlando, as much as I would love Fox in Orlando, I just think Orlando don't need nothing. It's just that Big Hero is injured. I think Orlando was going to be a tough out for anybody. To me, my opinion, you put him over there in Houston with a coach like Udoka, and you got the young players where they can all grow together. Listen, Houston will be a problem.
I think Fox is way more efficient than Green, and that's really what the bottom line. But he's not. I want to look at his numbers. His 3-point percentage is not that great, but he shoots 48% from the field, 26 a game, 5.8 assists, 1.9 steals.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Ray, OG, let's play NBA 2K real fast. 2 seconds, and we might be able to make this work. We like Tyus Jones, right? We like Tyus Jones. He's playing well. He's doing his thing. He's helping Phoenix. Bradley Beal waives his no trade clause. Brad Beal for De'Aaron Fox. Who says no?
That's
I think Sacramento tells Phoenix kick rocks.
Go to hell, right? Okay.
Straight to hell.
I'm trying to find a place for him because I don't. You like Houston? I don't know if I like Houston.
I love Houston because I see the culture that they're building over there, and I see, and that coach is proven he's a great head coach. And I just think, a guy like De'Aaron Fox, I think he needs a coach like that, bro. And I think his game will go to the next level, and that team will be a problem as long as that core can stay together. I think Houston is as good as Udoka coaches. If he ain't that coach, they ain't gonna go as far. Listen, man. To me, and I'm only saying that, fellas, because of those are one of the names that was brought up in that. Because we could talk about all other teams, but you brought up a couple teams, so I just think out of those names, I like him in Houston.
Shit, the Lakers could use him, but
bingo,
nah, disaster.
But I like where you're going with that because he ain't never had no real culture. Mike Brown, listen, JJ Redick, we rung his bell yesterday. Mike Brown, enough is enough with your shenanigans. Sabonis is supposed to be this big shot. I said it. Shout out to Uncle Ice. We talked the other day. He be hit. When he calls me up, we talk about the little, parlay and all that. I said, yo, Sabonis will get you 15 rebounds, but he's soft, bro. I guarantee double-double from Wemby. And Wemby don't get guaranteed double-doubles. So when that's your guy in the middle, I don't know if they really play the pick and roll game smooth like Brunson, smoother than Brunson and Cat. It's clunky to me. Who can he really play alongside to bring him to another level? And I think the less you have to really worry about that, the better when you play defense the way the Rockets do. Especially, I forgot, thank you, King Speech. Amen Thompson at some point is going to be up for Defensive Player of the Year talk along with OG Anunoby. This guy's insane.
Him and Tari Eason come off the bench. And
that's who I was talking about. Tari Eason.
They just hound people off the bench, my brothers. They come off that bench and just they like how, we envision Mikal Bridges and OG. Not saying that they're better than them. I'm just saying that they just merely come out there and play defense. They don't worry about scoring. They don't worry about doing nothing else but just being pest on defense.
I'm talking about the Fleet. Defensively, they are flat out better than OG and Mikal Bridges right now. That's not a conversation. OG's the only one that's in their combo. They play. I hate the Scotty Mike comparison. But that's when you play on the perimeter like that.
No, but that's how they look. Anytime I watch them, that's their main focus is getting stops. They don't really focus on scoring the ball. Tari is talented, so he could score. And amen, he can get to it when he needs to as well. But I like the fact that they don't worry about getting the buckets is extra for them. They go out there and just be hounding. Like, you got to think about it. Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, Amen Thompson, and now Jabari Smith has become a way better defender. That's 4 guys over there that they just throw at you on a night-to-night basis, right? Like, Houston, I don't know. That might grow on me a little bit, OG. You put Fox over there. What do you get? What are you giving up, though? Because you're not going to fleece Sacramento.
Listen, why you can't? Everybody else gets fleeced. Why you can't fleece Sacramento? Y'all can have whatever y'all want besides Green. Listen, Flea, you got whatever you want besides Green and Sengun. Why we can't fleece you? Everybody else getting fleeced. Nah, we fleecing y'all.
No, I
It's a
say
fire sale.
get rid of Green, man, because
Nigga, that's the 1-2 punch. You bugging.
Nah, he's not.
I do that. I don't know if I do that.
He's
Ain't giving no
undersized.
Green.
Nah, you're bugging. What can Green?
6'4".
He's a 6'4" guard. What can Green do that Fox can't?
Okay, hold on. How tall is Donovan Mitchell? How tall is Devin Booker?
So Jalen Green's on their level?
No. You said he's undersized. No. Hold on. No, Flea, he ain't gonna get away with that. Nobody, don't change the subject. Don't move the goalpost. You said he's undersized.
Yes.
How tall is Ant-Man?
6'4".
Right. So how was Green undersized?
Because it's harder for him to get to those numbers. And Ant-Man is showing you this is superhero style. Donovan Mitchell showing you this is superhero basketball.
Well, have you seen Green this season?
Have you?
It's 2 seed. What is he averaging? Yeah. What is he
39%, bro. He ain't shooting crazy. His numbers are okay.
How much
19 a game? He's scoring 19 a game. He's okay.
Okay.
He's playing way better. He's playing way better than the previous seasons where he's over 20 a game and they ain't with their lottery team. He's playing way better. Way better.
So this is his last 5 games. 14
Fabian,
against Golden State, 28 against Sacramento on a loss, 9 against OKC, 41 against Philly, and 9 against Minnesota. I don't understand what y'all.
So the last
hold on. This is against Sacramento.
So the last 4-game sample, he was inconsistent, and now that's the totality of who the kid. Okay.
No. See, I hate when you do this, Flea. No, this is who he is.
When I do what? You said 4 games. I'm just asking you.
No, I didn't. No. You took what I said and then make it a blanket statement. No, this is who he is. De'Aaron Fox averages 28 a game. He goes like I don't even understand this conversation.
I said he's on his way. I said he's on his way.
I gotta be like 6'7", 6'8".
Who? De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
No, how tall is De'Aaron Fox? 6'7", 6'8".
Oh, he's 6'3".
No.
So hold on. So you telling me a backcourt of a guard the point guard 6'3", the 2 guard 6'4", that's a small backcourt?
No, I didn't realize he was that short. I remember him being that short, but I still would rather have him. Whatever Jalen brings to the table, he ain't no De'Aaron Fox, bro.
No,
Fox
but
been doing this for years.
Right, but what I'm saying is, and I'll let Flea get in this. I'm not comparing Fox and Green. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying I think that'd be a great 1-2 punch, and then you got Baby Joker and Sengun. I just think those 3 together. If you can grow those 3 together with a coach like Udoka and build the right pieces around them, they will be a team that you got to reckon with for the next couple years. That's all I'm saying. I think Green is on a trajectory going up. I think he's a good 2 guard.
No, but now you just pitching fantasy. So what? So the Kings are sitting there going, "We don't want nobody back." Like that doesn't work like that. You got to trade somebody over there.
All right, I just told you can have everybody besides them other 2 guys. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I've seen guys get great players and get dog shit back. I've seen everybody gets fleeced nowadays. What are you talking about?
What was the last fleecing?
It's fleecing all through this joint, man.
Kevin Durant got traded for 4 picks.
5
Oh, bro.
4, but Oh shit!
At the time, Bradley Beal for what I think Chris Paul or something like that.
I walked right
What was
into
that
that,
trade?
Fleet.
You did. You did. You asked for that one. You sure did.
Yes, it's possible, old boy. You're right.
Man, this is a flea. This is the year of the fleece. Everybody gets fleeced. Them days is over, bro.
Listen,
Shit.
I'm gonna do some homework on that because I do want to see what possibly they could give up to make that happen. I just
And
Come on, Flea, look-
defensively, hold on. Defensively, that's an upgrade with Fox over Green.
But hold on. Look at the small backcourt of Memphis. Look at all the damage they do with Bane and John Morant. Them dudes is little, bro.
Yeah, but that's not just because of Payne and John. Yo, that Memphis team is a 12-man roster, and they're not even healthy, bro. Listen, man, there's certain players that they get together. Look, they got what's his name? Not Jalen Wells. What's the other kid? The white Jay Huff. Where the hell did he come from? They got
That's not the point
scout
I'm
really
making.
well. So what's
I
your
understand. That's not my point. Is you said Jalen Green is too little, and I'm saying 6'4" to me is not too little when guys like Booker and Ant-Man and Donovan Mitchell, those guys are not big two guards. Those guys are not 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". I'm just saying for me, I think with a coach like Udoka, and now you have a legit dynamic backcourt with De'Aaron Fox and Jalen Green, both athletic, both can get a bucket, and then now you got Baby Joker. Those three right there, you can build a championship contending team around for the future. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't get rid of Green because now you just leaving me with De'Aaron Fox and Sengun. That's basically the same thing in Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox. And now I know Sengun is better than Sabonis at this point, but I'm just saying I think to me you have to try to keep Green because he's. I didn't hear.
Nah, I just say, ooh, you said Sengun is better than Sabonis at this point.
yeah?
Okay.
That's but
You know, I love Sabonis, man, but gotta keep it real.
But the Rockets top seven is clear Sacramento. That's the thing, and they fit better together. They got DeRozan over there. That was a slap in the face to Fox. He didn't like that shit. I don't and okay, so this guy's tall. Jalen Green is taller than Fox. He plays smaller. That's all I'm saying. Like you ain't hitting the same one. De'Aaron Fox is I don't see what's the unstoppable go-to move for Jalen Green. Fox already developed all of that. All he's ever missing is he got the coach. Jalen Green has the coach that Fox needs. Get
Fabian,
Mike
but
Brown bum ass out of here.
But Flea, you gonna tell I'm not. So for me, I'm not making the case for Jalen Green to say he got a signature move. I'm just saying I think that backcourt could be dangerous for the up and coming future. Those guys are young, they're athletic, they fast. So that's all I'm saying. I just think when you're a great point guard, I just think you need a running mate. And I think Jalen Green will be a great running mate for De'Aaron Fox. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to advocate for Green and saying he's the greatest two guard in the league today. Or no, I'm just saying I think those two in the backcourt would give a lot of backcourts some problems. Like so, because now Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox, Jalen, and Green, who's the better backcourt?
I think Jalen Green is definitely I think Fox is definitely an upgrade on Van Vliet. It's
not even close.
Yeah, but is Fox going? I don't.
They don't mix well.
I don't know. Yeah, because Fox is going to get a bucket too, right? He's going to get a bucket. Jalen Green that's his game. That's his game. His game will take another step when he starts playmaking and getting other guys involved, which he does from time to time now, which is why I feel he's playing better. But he doesn't do that in totality. So, I
think De'Aaron Fox already does what Ime is looking for in a two guard from him. Like he's trying to mold Jalen Green into whatever Fox can do already. Or he can hit damn near every shot in that court. He just don't have the players around him. Them guys, he's gonna have players that can actually play defense alongside him. Like they don't have that in Sacramento. And Jalen Green, I don't think he shoots like Fox. Nothing. I'm just not that I'm not impressed with Jalen Green. Like, he's gotten better, but I haven't seen. I don't think they go as far as he goes. I haven't seen that.
There could be a bigger version because I think they are slightly taller, right? They could be a bigger version of CJ and Dame, right? Dame and CJ had a lot of success together, right? Both guys that went and went after it to go get a bucket, right? Obviously, Dame can set the table, but Dame is coming to kill you. So why couldn't they try to mimic that? They had a lot of. They didn't win any championship, but they got as far as the Western Conference Finals with their best two players as smaller guards. So
in a tough West at the time,
right? So, and that team didn't play really a lick of defense in Portland. So
that was funny.
So
them niggas know about it. Yo, I really need glasses for reading, man. Don't be making fun of me, man. For real, man. Stop, man.
The only, I guess maybe Green's game would benefit from off of Fox more because he can go to the basket and that's his game right now. He doesn't shoot, he's not a sniper yet. But Fox's game, now you have another guy around him that he has to work around. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a spot up shooter or Green. So it kind of makes it the my turn, your turn thing, and we've seen him alongside Halliburton.
So
it was not, he would
Fabian,
hog the ball.
So let me ask you, all right, you trade Green for Fox. So now your backcourt is Fox and Van Vliet. I'm just asking.
I'm wondering if you could get something else out of that too. Because Van Vliet has been, he's a bit of he has a temper. It seems like he has a beef with the referees and everything, but he still won a chip. And it depends on the move. I don't think you keep Van Vliet either because I think that contract is too expensive. You get rid of him because of that. Because they got to sign. If you go for Fox, you got to sign him.
At this point, what's Fred making? 30, 40 a year?
It's around there.
He making over 30.
Yeah, for sure. Cleveland, I mean, not Cleveland. Houston is the one that paid him the big money to leave Toronto.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought he got traded.
Yeah.
Nah, Houston signed him.
So he signed
40,
42, 44.
Oh, yeah. $40 million player. Whew. For Van Vliet. And Van Vliet is good. I'm not trying to kill Fred.
Definitely solid. I like Van.
I'm not killing Fred. Lead guard of a championship team. We can't take it from him.
Well, last year, now that I think about it, I have to take some words back. There was that month where Jalen Green was going off, and Houston started playing better, and the Rockets were rocking without Van Vliet last season. So it's tough, but I don't think Van Vliet is the guy alongside De'Aaron Fox. They got to get somebody else because he doesn't shoot great either. They got to figure that one out. But I'm just so in love with Fox alongside Ime and adding to that. But don't max out your contract. You want to win. You want to be do some legendary shit. Ime needs some more help too. Go get that guy some, because we don't know what's going on. But we heard Stephen A. Smith going crazy defending him. Like, yo, he ain't the only one. He got fleeced in Boston.
Michael James just gave us some info real fast.
You want to read it?
Which I think is important. Yeah, Van Vliet's contract isn't fully guaranteed. They had to overpay to spend the league minimum of 90%. So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense too, because that's why I just said the way I said it. Like 40 for Fred. Like anywhere else, nobody's gonna pay Fred VanVleet over $40 million a year.
And you always talk about that. Yo, you got to spend the money.
That's what I'm saying. You have to spend the money. You got to.
Wow. I'm just so, like I said, oh boy, I'm so in love with Fox going to Houston. I don't see, like, where else should he go? Because he's done with Sacramento. Clearly. What we doing over there? It's garbage over there.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, Sacramento, listen, man, they never gonna get over that hump, man. Since the Chris Webber, Mike Bibby days, man, right? Like, that's just what they're gonna be. They're just gonna be what Sacramento is, man. And like I said, it's tough, man. It's tough, but let's see what happens. But sad days over there. I think the coach is gonna get fired. I think they're gonna have a fire sale, man.
Fleet, real quick, I might have a change up. What if Golden State entertains the idea?
With De'Aaron Fox?
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Melton is hurt.
Right, like right now?
Yeah. Buddy Hield. He's basically Buddy Hield. And that
no, he's not Buddy Hield. He doesn't shoot the ball well enough to that may be something that Golden State looks at. Like, is he going to be able to shoot the ball well enough wide open? Right? Because the way they move the ball, the way they run their offense, they get a lot of wide open shots. So
niggas in the chat is stupid, man. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yo, fish a bug out. Bug out.
Golden State. So now what? Curry and Fox in the backcourt?
It's small too, right?
Shit, 5 years too late, man. Get out of here, man. That shit ain't making no difference in Golden State, bro. Sorry, man.
So then the only place that makes sense is the Lakers in Houston right now. Spurs make a lot of sense.
There's other
too.
places, like we said, Orlando is going to take a look at that. Orlando for sure is going to take a look at that.
How so though?
Huh?
How does he fit in Orlando?
As the point guard.
Over Suggs?
Well, absolutely.
Oh, damn.
Absolutely. You don't have to. Do you necessarily have to move Suggs? No. But why couldn't they play together in the backcourt?
KCP goes where?
Off the bench.
He knows that he's cool with that. Denver and Lakers, he played off the bench before.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope. We're bringing in De'Aaron Fox, a multiple-time All-Star, to help us contend in the Eastern Conference. You are yes, Fabian. Yes. If they look at
how about Fox to the Spurs?
That was my next team. I think they're going to be looking for a point guard. Because I don't really feel, after watching him, Castle's not really a point guard. Like, I need him off the basketball. If they could find a point guard to bring in there and let him get off the ball, I would like that for him. I don't want them to force him to be a point. He's not.
They're about to be a devious defensive team.
Yeah,
Castle, what's the other dude right now? Stephon Vassell's all right. Sohan and Castle are about to be some menaces out there. Just some Rodman-y type, and then hopefully Wemby gets his footing on defense. He hasn't fully figured it out. He's just a beast out there. But those two guys, they're really like in a bunch of like top 10 stats I saw. When you watch them, they just get busy. And I can't tell the difference between Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle a lot of times. We got the same exact haircut. It's bugged out. But would you want Fox there, AllBall? And it's because that's your guy, Pop. Because all people,
bro, Pop's
done, man.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like Pop is. Come on, that's. They're grooming this young boy. The young boy that's coaching right now. I don't know if that's gonna be the guy that succeeds Pop, but like
it should be, because the San Antonio is playing good basketball right now.
Yeah, like Pop's days in terms of like long-term coaching, that's over. That's over. He's not well.
It's a coincidence they playing well.
No,
big shout out to Pop, man. Get better. Okay.
It's not a coincidence.
Okay,
we gotta cut. We gotta stop this.
Why? Could you say so? We gotta stop
this. This is insane.
Plymouth Rock ain't land on us.
This is insane.
Listen,
every chance he gets. Go ahead, OG. Go ahead.
Hold on. All people made a great point too. DeJounte Murray and Kawhi Leonard, they've developed on the Pop, and once they left from him, it ain't been all that.
Relax. He did nothing as a coach, right? This guy has the 3 youngest Finals MVPs in NBA history. The 3 youngest: Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Kawhi Leonard. But he ain't do shit, right? Like, we gotta stop this shit.
Hold on, where did you pull these stats from? All the way out.
I'm different. You know I'm different. Don't play with me.
I never
leave me alone.
I've never even heard that before.
It's a fact.
That was crazy.
Look it
Nah,
up.
he said, I'm gonna get next time old boy tries that shit. By the way, Greg Popovich
got
in
always distracted his
2009.
girls. He said, "The fuck is this nigga talking about?"
Listen, like, cause I'm
Your
laughing
man, yo,
because, like I
please, your
said,
man
man,
gone fishing. Your man gone fishing. He went,
people don't want to admit it's over. And I'm sticking to my guns. My brother, he always made great points. Like I said, great historian. I never said Pop was dirt. I never said he
He
couldn't
said it's
coach.
just over.
Right. And I just said he's overrated, just like Bill Belichick. And my thing is this: it's no coincidence that Pop had to step down due to health issues, which I hope he gets healthy and gets better, because we don't play with nobody's health. Never wish that on anybody. But ever since he had to step down, they have been playing good basketball. And I think, you pair De'Aaron Fox with a Wembanyama with the right coach, that's gonna let them guys just beat them and do what they gotta do. I like that. All right,
That was
Fish,
an
he is dirt. Hey,
That was
so
an
what?
emotional rant, Fish. We ain't gonna say nothing because he has an emotional rants. He has. We've heard.
You know
OG will
what?
tell
I'm never
Pop is
going back
dirt.
on my word. He
No, no,
is
no,
dirt.
no.
Bill
No,
Belichick
shut his mic off.
Why did he shut his mic off?
The man is. Y'all went crazy on me because I went crazy on
You
Woj
call
yesterday.
somebody a chuckling Come on,
No, I called somebody specifically who looks like Mojo Jojo. Anyway, the point is, this man is in the hospital right now, and he did a great job of avoiding what he normally calls them, which is dirt. Great job, AllBall. Don't succumb to your weakness, my brother.
All I'm saying is they're playing great basketball while he's not coaching. To me, it's not a coincidence. I just want to see De'Aaron Fox go somewhere with a team and a player that he can build with. I think staying in with Wembanyama on the come up, and like I said, Houston with that great coach. And then you got two button superstars, two stars, with Sengun Green. I just think, playing alongside those guys, I think it'll be fun for them, and I think they can really do some damage. I don't think Orlando needs nothing. They just got to stay healthy. To me, that's just my opinion. I think what Fox would do
They're
in
missing
Orlando,
something. They're missing something.
and it's okay.
A
I
I
mean,
don't know
shooter.
if it's a De'Aaron Fox. I
Right.
don't know if it's a
right.
De'Aaron
That's what
Fox.
Right.
I'm saying. Right. I
Yeah,
don't know if it's that.
yeah. I don't know
I'm
if
not.
it's
I'm
that,
not. Yeah.
but it's like I know we don't stress the five position as much anymore, right? Like there's only but so many fives in the league that are like elite, and then as long as you could get a five that could screen really good and
Roll to
possibly
the
shoot the
basket.
ball, right, roll the basket and possibly shoot the ball, you in a pretty and pass it, like you in a pretty decent position, right? I don't like Orlando. I don't know if they need to tweak that position. Do we like Wendell Carter Jr.? Is he good enough? Can you see him in the Eastern Conference Finals as they're big?
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
no, but Fleet, just to answer, look what Dallas did with the big they got.
but Lively's better than him.
I mean, right, I'm right. But I'm not comparing
Right.
him and Lively. I'm just saying today, you don't have to have a great big man to be successful.
You could do it by committee. Him, Lively, and Gafford. Right. So
Yeah,
who's the best?
and we see what Ben Carroll is when he's fully healthy. Like he's one of the better players in the league. So and then adding KCP and Suggs being the dog on the defensive end. Like I said, I think they just got to stay together and just continue to grow. And just pluck little pieces. But to put a guy there that may have as much stature and stardom as a Ben Carroll. Now, if De'Aaron Fox goes there, let's be honest. Whose team is it?
Ben Carroll.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I think.
Okay.
I think you would have to put. I think it's him because the only way you're successful is if he's your best player. I don't think you're a great team if we're looking at it like Fox is the guy. Fox needs to come over there and be a guy. not a role player, but he needs to come over there and be Darren Fox. But don't come over here and feel like the franchise is on your back now. Banshee, he's the one.
I mean, I don't know if Fox is better than the German Ruger. So let's.
Franz.
There's a pecking order
See,
here.
here y'all go.
Wagner.
Here y'all go. Here y'all go.
Where we going?
Give me the top 5
Here y'all
guys
go.
with the most points this season so far.
In total?
In total points, top 5 guys.
I have no idea. Giannis, Joker.
I don't care who's in it. Franz is one of the 5.
That's crazy. But he's a chucker, bro. He's a 2000s. He's a dog. I watch my man chucker.
Where else you gonna get points from?
Exactly.
Where else you gonna get offense from right now?
But that's their style of play. They play how the Knicks played 2 years ago. Shout out to Sean with a W. He's the first person to say that. That's exactly how they play. He 45% from the field. He shoots like 35% from three.
W. I was wondering who's Sean with a W. Yeah, big shout out to Sean.
You're not supposed to say that after you. So, but they play the same exact way. They look for the rebound. They're missing the rebounder. Somebody just said in the comments too. That's what they're missing. If you keep Wagner, you got to play that slow down, lockdown defense and get the rebounds. Who's the great offensive rebounder that they're missing? That's what it is with Wendell Carter. He plays too much of the 5, and Banchero is not averaging 10 rebounds a game. You know what I'm saying? They missing a big time rebound.
Well, he need to go try to average 10 rebounds a game, and he about 6'8", 6'9". Come on, man. Some guys got to listen.
Almost 6'10". OG.
Yeah,
exactly, man.
That's a big board.
So go get 10 boards.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad.
Come on, man. What's that?
Go clean the glass.
Yeah,
go clean the glass.
Yeah, like what we said about Brunson, bro. Go get 9, 10, 11, 12 assists. Come on, man. That's what the position is made for. You guys, the power forwards, go get 10, 11 boards. That's effort. You can go get that. Nah, these guys, they one assignment. Score. Nah, if your team is missing something and you're a great player, make up for that. You averaging 5, 6 boards, give me 4, 5 more boards. Come on, man. Nah, some of these teams, they need too much help. That's why, for me, I reserve on calling a lot of these guys great. Tyler, every year you need more help. Charles Barkley said it about LeBron years ago. Bro, how much help do y'all need? How much help do you need? If you're the best passer in the world, get more assists. Big Carol, Orlando, y'all need, more rebounds. Bro, go get on the glass. Come on, I'm tired of these teams every year getting more help. Nah, man, get it done. Get it done.
Oh, go ahead, Fabian, my bad.
No, you're going to say something else because I always would say that the Lakers need some damn help. Go ahead, Flea.
You reserve the word great with a lot of these players in the league. I heard you when you said that. And it ain't the first time I heard you say that. I don't never follow up with a question. Hey, I got something for you. Who are the great players in the league? When you are looking at it and you use the word he's great. Who's great right now? Right now, who's great?
You still got KD and LeBron. You still got Steph. You got Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
You still got the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
At times you still got Kyrie.
I'm
not putting Tatum in there. Sorry, I'm just not.
I asked OG. That's fine.
It's hold on. It's still some of the older guys. The reason why I reserve to put the young guys up there is because they're not moving the needle playoff wise. A lot of them are still not making progress in the playoffs. I named Kyrie. He was in the finals. I'm a hater of Tatum because they Boston Celtics. I'm never giving nothing Boston props. But they in the finals. You got guys like Ja Morant, Ant-Man. Them guys is great. But once again, y'all guys in the league 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And, y'all guys are still play-ins and first rounders. So for me, and then now we look at it in Orlando where, we want to say Franz is on the verge of being a great player, but they still need more help. So to me, that's what reserves me from saying, these guys are great because like every year y'all need tons of help to maybe just get a playoff win. because none of y'all going to the finals.
Hmm.
So for me, that's kind of my definition of why, you know, I don't consider a lot of these guys great, because once again, this year in the playoffs is Ja Morant or Ant-Man or SGA or Luka or any of these guys really going to make a playoff run where we going to be like, what? Are they going to do what a Kawhi Leonard did?
I think SGA is gonna continue to put people on this year. This OKC team different. They different.
Okay. Bro, listen, Joker got 3 of the last 4 MVPs.
It's true.
When is these young guys that we think are great, when are they going to be up there fighting for that? The Jaws, the Ant-Man. Like I said, I'm not saying these guys aren't great. I'm not saying that because they better than me. I'm just saying when guys talk great, I'm thinking Braun, Mike, Kobe, AI. I'm thinking that. And people tend to put a lot of these guys in them dudes categories. And all I'm saying is get to the conference finals. Ant-Man been to a conference finals. But now let's see, like Flea say, do it again. Let's see the next step. Let's see the leap.
What's the next step? Yeah. So much has to go right in that. Yeah. The wheels are spinning up there, Fabian. I'm gonna be quiet. You got something to say.
I just hate that kind of talk. Like I hate that shit.
Man.
Yo, but you take it to the next level.
I practice that, man. Don't be doing that like that, man.
I practice that, man.
Get the gasoline out and just light that shit on fire, man. Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, none of these guys, SGA, they have great teams, man. Great teams. Everybody needs help. What you mean? These guys before Jordan had Pippen, garbage. What the hell were the Bulls? Trash can.
Jordan was all right, but he was garbage.
The cocaine circus.
Come on, bro.
I'm being dead serious. What is SGA without before the trade to OKC?
AI was garbage. He don't have a great playoff. AI was garbage.
He has one run in a bum
but I'm asking you, was he so he was garbage then?
No, I'm not saying they're garbage. I'm saying why does their success as players, why do you rate them even higher because they got better teammates all of a sudden? That ain't right to me. Joker's the Joker regardless, and we've been saying that. But it took a chip for y'all to be like, oh yeah, he's the Joker. No, he's been the Joker.
Then the better question for that OG is then what's the criteria? Because that's what I always say. We mix sometimes what a great player is, individual player, with team success. It gets convoluted, and we gotta use team success when it actually matters, right? When we talk about what a winning player is, I'm killing Trae Young right now, and rightfully so. I don't think he's a winning player, right? So like I don't think he's a winning player. And flat out.
No, they're playing better without him. When he's off that court, they play good.
That just goes to my point in asking, well, then what is really the criteria then? Because yeah, Jordan was a phenomenon prior to getting Scottie Pippen. When Scottie got drafted, then the winning starts happening. But they wasn't winning shit.
But listen, all right. But listen what I'm saying, and then Fabian could finish his point because he was making a great point. And Flea, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, and I have no problem with, okay, Mike was garbage his first whatever years because he wasn't getting past the first round or wasn't making the playoffs. Okay, these guys are doing the same thing. So why are we calling them great? These guys are either getting to the first round or getting their boots smoked. That's all I'm saying. And every year, these guys are the same thing. They not in no MVP race. They're not in no defensive player of the year race. They not winning scoring titles. They're not doing any of that. They're not leading the league in rebounds like I got Big Cat. What I'm saying is Ant-Mans, the Jaws, the Zions. Where's the big leap at? You've been in the league now 5, 6, 7 years. Where's the leap at? Now, Ant-Man made the leap. He got to the conference finals. I give him that. But now, look, it looked like he took a step backwards. So I'm saying, if we're going to say Mike and them,
the team,
he's the leader.
The team.
He's the leader. Hey, Flea, They got
across
rid.
the
They got.
board.
Hold
He has career numbers right now across the board. The team, you do not, in his specific case,
Yeah.
you do. There's no way you trade Karl Anthony Towns after going to the Western Conference Finals. You don't do that. That's criminal. He should have asked for a trade as soon as that happened. Get me the fuck out of here. Y'all
No, but you know why he didn't, right? Because in his mind, he think he's that guy and he can do it on his own.
Yeah, but he ain't in no position to do that either. He's a 22, 23-year-old kid. Like, he ain't in no position to say, oh, go in there and demand a trade. That's a shit organization. Let's keep it a buck. Their owner is garbage. We talk about Dolan. We talk about Bus. Glenn Taylor is a thief, a liar, a snake. He's doodoo. And he never gets talked about. But we talk about all these other owners. He tried to stiff Alex Rodriguez out of money. Get Glenn Taylor the fuck out of here. So, like, nah. Tim, how does the architect of the Denver Nuggets come over to Minnesota, build the team, and then trade their second best player after going to getting the most success in 20 years?
I'm still trying to get over your R&B lyrics. Liar, cheater, deceiver, heartbreaker.
He's trash. He's the one. So he's in Connolly's. I don't want to trade. How much Cap making this year? 50 million? Yes.
About to be.
Right. They didn't want to pay him that. That's crazy. So now Ant-Man got to look like he's taking a step back because these niggas traded and brought in Julius Randle.
Well, let's be honest, and I'll let Fabian cook. You know, a lot of the basketball world, Cat was soft. Minnesota be fine. They getting the dog. They getting DiVincenzo, a shooter. Like, let's not forget the talk. So I'm just saying, you know, I get where you're going. You're 100% correct. But I'm just saying to the basketball world, they said your man was looking like Mike.
Again,
so he should be fine.
That was more racist rhetoric.
Okay.
They just look alike, man. He just looks like he might be Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan.
You ain't see that? You ain't see the highlight clips they put together? Nah, they dunk the same everything. What are you talking about?
You know, but we still never had him even top 5, even after making the Western Conference Finals. And you know what's funny?
That's a lie. I've heard them top 5. That's a lie, Fabian.
I'm talking about the real list. I'm talking about people that we talking boy break. I've never heard him in no top 5. I never heard anybody put him over SGA ever. Nobody put him over SGA. I'm talking about.
See, at one time you never heard nobody argue that Ant-Man is top 5 best player in the world.
Like right now?
No, in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, let's come up. Excuse me.
Thank you. What are you talking about, Fabian?
Come up.
Do you still talk to the same people about basketball, about life in general? Do you even ask them how their day is going? I wouldn't. That's disgusting talk. I would never. I'll leave you by yourself. Don't talk to me anymore. Ant-Man ain't no top 5 guy. I'm saying realistically. I ain't talking about no hypothetical shit. Even Jason Tatum.
But why
he ain't top 3 and he won a chip. And he led that offense. Nobody considers him top 3. So the championship, all that talk really don't mean much. Donovan Mitchell might not even be in the top 3 conversation. And they've been going
who are the top
crazy.
3 players in the league right now?
Giannis, Joker, and name a player.
I'm asking you.
Right. But what I'm saying is, Flea, we got Giannis and Joker. You ain't even gonna argue that, right?
I didn't say nothing about it.
And they're not even top 5 in their conference. So the winning has nothing to do with it. We're talking about great players. And them Tatum and Donovan Mitchell are flat out the best, have the best teams in the East.
Jason Tatum is a top 5 player in the league to me. If you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna say he's a top 5 player.
He is
in the NBA, for sure. Like that.
He is.
The winning helps him.
No, if we just talk about individual players, stacking them up, what we watching, we roll the ball out there. Yeah, I think Tatum is there, plays both sides of the basketball and does it well.
He is. I hate Boston, so it'd be hard for me to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he is.
If we do what we do and start picking apart everything, yeah, for sure. You could talk about, you know, his attitude and his motor and does he play with enough edge and all of that shit. At that point, it's preference.
We didn't ask Flea. Where do you have? We'll leave it with that. Where do you have Cat right now? because everybody talks about Tatum, everybody talks about Giannis, and all these guys holding their team down. Is Cat in the top 5 conversation for MVP? And if so, why or why not?
Wow. Here's my thing. I don't feel comfortable putting Cat there, and I'm not sure why. I'll be honest. I'm not sure why I don't feel comfortable putting Cat in the top 5 MVP conversation right now. Maybe because we're not MVP, aside from a couple of years, and specifically the Westbrook year, MVP is synonymous with winning as well. Let's keep it real with that too. We go last 20 years. We could go last 30 years. Most of the time, MVP is attached to 1 or 2, 3 players. You know what I'm saying? So, top 7 MVP, get close to 10, yeah. But right now, could I give Cat first place? Could you give Cat a first place MVP vote right now?
No.
Okay. I could.
Could? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
If we're gonna anoint Anthony Davis the best player in the league after 5 games, I can give Cat a first place vote. Because if Anthony Davis was doing what Cat is doing right now, in a Knicks jersey, we will be going berserk. You know why? Because the precedent is already set. Oh, he always injured, but now listen, man. We give all these props to all these other players. We talk about Giannis and Joker still being great. We talk about this. We talk about that. We talk about KD when he's healthy still being great. Okay, look what Cat is doing in New York. Started out a little rough, figured it out. The man is averaging a little over 25 and 13 rebounds. The impact he's having, and Mikal Bridges is not even playing consistently great yet. So it's obvious Cat is carrying this shit. Of course, OG and Brunson is playing a hell of a part too, but come on, man. I'm just saying, if we're going to give other guys props for what they're doing and they're not number 1, 2 seeds, Cat got to get the same props. So, yes, it may be 1 vote, but I can see him getting a vote.
That's fair. When you put it like that, I have no pushback for that. I'm just being real. Like, I couldn't put Cat in the MVP conversation just yet. So, but you make a compelling argument for me, because that now you got me thinking. Like,
niggas had Buddy Hill in the top 10.
What?
Remember? They had an MVP. Listen, we could do all that we want. They had an MVP ladder like the first maybe week or 2 in the season when Golden State was going on that good run and Buddy Hill's playing hella basketball. Buddy Hill was top 10 in the MVP votes. In the MVP rate, excuse me.
You gotta learn how to block accounts, AllBall. Just block them.
No. What I'm saying is, if that can happen, why can't it happen for Cat? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. The Lakers started out 3-0. Anthony Davis looked hella great, and people went berserk. The whole social media world, AD the best player in the NBA. He's leading the league right now as far as MVP after being 3-0. What Cat is doing right now, nobody expected. People still till this day was saying that the trade was no good. We gave up too much. I mean, how many times me and you laughed at everybody who kept saying, well, I wouldn't have did the trade if we had to give up DiVincenzo. Then we gave up Div. Now look. The man is averaging a double-double. Fabian said it. He's playing the best stretch of basketball that he's ever played. Why could he not be considered top 5 MVP? Not saying he should get it, but why he can't? If anybody else have a good week, we go berserk.
I think that's everything you just said. Even people like myself bringing up his past, even the referees, they still at some point, Tibbs and them gonna have to lobby for Cat's doofy ass movements on that court. I think, yes, he's out of position and gets a lot of bad, puts himself in a bad position for foul trouble. But they're all fouls where I'm like, yo, you can't do that to him, bro. When are you gonna start showing more respect to the guy who is in the MVP conversation? Because that's what that does for you, Flea. Speaking of which, Julius Randle was getting foul calls. He wasn't no MVP. When is Cat? Because Cat's going to the bucket. He's not settling. And when you do that, you're supposed to reward that, because we want to see that. We seeing you be dominant. Where are it persuades you as a ref, persuades you as a viewer, as a fan. That's part of the game.
The only realistically right now, if we're talking about MVP after 20-25 games, the only 3 realistic guys that should be remotely considered are SGA, are Tatum, and Joker, because he's just doing something phenomenal right now at that position, averaging a triple-double right now at his spot.
So I think Flea, the last 12 games, Giannis might have threw his name in there, bro.
Right. And so now
I think he's averaging over 34, something crazy.
And so now you could throw him in there. But after that, I think again, the MVP thing is always attached to who is helping their team be at the top of their conference. It's always been like that. Even when Derrick Rose won, we talk about how LeBron. Many people feel like LeBron should have got that MVP over Derrick Rose. You call it how you want, whatever. But Derrick Rose won the MVP. Chicago was a 1 seed. They won 60 games that year. You know what I'm saying? Like so we gotta remember that the voters look at it like that. If we're gonna have our vote, you know how we do. It don't matter. Winning matters, but we add other things in it. Like OG is saying, but the Knicks are not overwhelmingly the best team in the league, but Cat damn sure should be an MVP candidate.
But let's be for real, and this is where the bias and the hate towards our Knicks is at an all-time high. Last season we was a 2 seed. Brunson had a hell of a season. He was only 6 in the MVP votes. So I get what you're saying, but sometimes when it comes to our Knicks, we almost got to be perfect to get in these discussions. And our platform, that's what I hope we are trying to stop. Because like I said, look how we ready to anoint Wagner, which is a great player. Nigga had a great 3 weeks. Great month.
He's been good, OG. He's been great
for 2 years. No.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying, though.
Here we go. Great for 2 years. Here we go. Okay.
He's been great for 2 years, bro.
Okay.
He's been progressing for 2 years. He's gotten better every year for the last couple of seasons.
He's been great for 2 years. We said that's what I'm saying. If you see how we throw that great around, look, go ahead. He's great. Cool.
He's a two-way player. I'm not saying I never said he was an MVP. I'm saying he's doing this thing for 2 years. His time will come. But they without their star player 9-1, they were going bananas.
Look what we did without our 2-3 players last year with Brunson. That's great. Tell Wagner to do that.
He ain't doing that.
Exactly.
It's big. But hold on. Once you do that, big Brunson, it's different level. Different level, different kind of shoes. They don't make those in Germany. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level over here. Different skates. It ain't. Listen, man. I understand your point. But it is a big difference between Brunson getting number 2 and hobbling to the finish line than what Derrick Rose and them boys did. We shouting a little all day another day, Fleet. I like the way you put that just now. It makes a lot of sense. Derrick Rose was flat out dominant that year, going bananas. Number 1 seed in the face of the Miami Heat, and there was a lot of hate towards the Heat why he got those votes too. There was nobody really hate on in the East. They weren't really hating on the Celtics. They didn't get the votes anyway.
Let me ask you a question.
That should have been LeBron's 3rd in a row. LeBron should have won. That should have been 3 in a row for Bron.
Yo, hold on. So everybody gets hated on for this 3 in a row.
Of course. Listen, I remember you went. Listen, Mike ain't never went 3 in a row.
Nah.
Listen. Last person to do it was Larry Bird, if I'm not mistaken. Think about it. Magic ain't win 3 in a row. So you gotta remember, in big shout out to DeMarcus Cousins, he said this, I think maybe a year or so ago, 2 years ago, about Joker, where he was like, if he went 3 in a row, you got to put him up there with some guys, and the NBA ain't ready to do that. And Fleet, that's a great point. LeBron get that 3 in a row, Mike ain't do that. Right. So the league know what they doing, man. The league know what they doing.
Right. But immediately the next year he wins back-to-back. 12 and 13, he wins MVP. You know what I'm saying? He could have had 5 in a row.
He won 2 in a row after. No, KD won 1.
And 14, but 12 and 13, Braun. So he won 9 and 10. 11 is Derrick Rose, and then 12 and 13 is Braun, and then 14 is KD, and then 15, 16 is Steph.
Hey, Robert Paulson, we talking regular season MVPs, not finals MVPs. Regular season MVPs.
Yeah.
So that Derrick Rose, Fabian, if you could put it up, if you got a few, what round did they lose in when Derrick Rose won MVP?
Eastern Conference Finals.
To the Heat.
And what did
LeBron locked his ass up?
Pull it up. Hey, Flea, what did Derrick Rose average that season?
25 and 8.
20. And what was their record?
60 and 22, I think.
God
61 and 21, something like that. That's Tibbs, by the way, y'all.
Okay.
That's Tibbs, by the way, y'all.
No, you could, because you know where I'm going, right? I think our Knicks, how many games he won? 51, 52 last season?
50,
25,
50.
7 assists.
50. And what Brunson average?
Like 20.
28?
27, 28.
Rose ain't shoot this good, I'll tell you that much. He ain't shoot
we
like
lost, so, hey, Flea, you get where I'm going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brunson's 28, 6.7.
How many assists, Fabian?
6.7. He shot.
That's basically 7 assists, 28-7.
Yeah,
second
he
seed.
shot 48% from the field, 40% from 3, second seed. The numbers change, though. I think Derrick Rose in this era plays, everybody's numbers go up. Rose would just be
that ain't the point.
That is the point.
Everybody in the chat, calm down. I'm just saying, when they want you to win something, they gonna let you win something. But you telling me Brunson had better numbers. All right, they was number 1 seed. We was number 2 seed. Okay, they got to the conference finals, but we all know conference finals doesn't matter because it's a regular season award. And look at all the injuries our guy had to deal with.
Yeah, the dominance from game 1 to 82 that season, Derrick Rose, the dominance. The numbers are the same, but then we talk about dominance. Don't do that, OG. We're not doing it.
Hold on.
2011 Derrick Rose is not comparable to 2023 24.
So what? No, Fleet. All right.
Jalen
What
Brunson.
do we call what Brunson did? So what do we call what Brunson did last season? That wasn't dominance?
No, he was really good. He was great last season. He didn't. I don't feel like he dominated.
Wow.
I don't feel like he dominated. For me.
And Dwight Howard that year too.
People were. Do you remember? Norris Cole ain't the only one to tell this story. Plenty of guys tell the story about getting the Derrick Rose flu, where niggas was ducking him, not to see him that year. They did not want to show up to work to see Derrick Rose. They're not Brunson, respectfully. They're not ducking Jalen Brunson. They're not ducking Jalen Brunson.
So that plays the part in the MVP votes, people ducking people. I'm just asking.
I'm talking about Derrick Rose's.
Because you just told me
stand 10 toes down, Flea. Yes, it does.
Because you just you just told me. Hold on, so Fabian, you agree Brunson wasn't dominant last season. That wasn't dominant. I didn't say he was Derrick Rose. I'm asking, was that dominance last season?
Yo, it sounded like everybody was at Chuck E. Cheese before they played Brunson, bro. That's all I'm saying compared to Derrick Rose. Everybody they were ducking Derrick Rose, bro. That's different. He was a different species out there. He would make you look crazy.
Brunson was great last year.
Do you remember them highlights over the Heat? Yo, Rose was a warrior, man. That was dominant, bro. And then you don't want to talk about
he
the
was
numbers.
A warrior. He was a warrior. Was Brunson?
Definitely no. He played. Listen, he played his heart out, bro. He played his heart out. But
I'm not.
Listen, look how. Look, yo, Flea. This is how he feels today. But you want to bring up Game 7? Here comes all the flames in the world for Chief DiVincenzo and Brunson. You broke your hand. You couldn't even make it. Derrick Rose. We're forgetting who else did he have on the offensive end for the whole season? Not potentially, not my guys were on the bench, none of that. Who did he have on the offensive end? I'm just
Bro, listen, I'm not here to. All I'm saying is I'm hearing y'all say what Brunson did last season, all season wasn't dominant. Nah, I just
was
think y'all
great.
wrong about that.
It was great. I think saying that is great. Brunson got buckets. Rose gave buckets. I think that's perfectly put. That was the difference. When niggas don't want to show up to work, OG, because they don't want to see you, we know we're gonna have a long night trying to guard Jalen Brunson. We got it. I got a hammy. And I don't want to suit up. I don't even want to breathe the same air as number one on the other side of the court. I don't even want to breathe the same air. I show up tomorrow. I'm calling out. Nah.
They got sprained ankles and sprained fingers. Meanwhile, they out there. You know what I mean?
Bigs. We're not talking about guards. We're talking about bigs.
That's crazy.
This big.
Nah, that's bananas.
Once again, Fish, I hear you with your soliloquies. These two over here, I don't know what they didn't have to drink. Nobody is saying Brunson is better than Rose. I'm not comparing their game. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying Brunson had a dominant season last season. He averaged 28 and 7. The Knicks was a 2 seed. My point is that MVP, that shit is fickle. Because when it comes to the criteria of winning games or being a high seed, we had that. And our guy wasn't even top 5. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say Brunson is better than, I'm not no maniac, no. But we ain't going to sit up here and act like my guy Brunson last season wasn't special all season. And then to have an all-third NBA and all-star hurt, probably one of the best defensive big men hurt, OG in and out the lineup. Like I said, once again, some of them lineups was Brunson, Deuce, Hart, Precious Ochua, and whoever else. Nah, bruh. Nah. So don't tell me what my man did last season was not dominant. That's all I'm saying, my brothers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What he did last season, listen, bruh, that shit was nothing. That shit was nothing short but spectacular. Oh, and DiVincenzo was in the starting 5. So look at that starting 5, how little those guys was and what we had to overcome every night. Nah, bro. If that's not dominant, then so be it. So be it. But I am not saying Brunson is on the level of a Derrick Rose. Or am I?
All ball suckers.
Hey, Flea, let me cook, man.
I ain't saying shit.
And Fit, hold on. No, hold on. Because hey, Flea, Fabian gonna have us on here for 3 hours. Hold on. Fish over there. I see you in the comments. Was Brunson not great in high school? Did he not win back-to-back titles in Villanova? So that isn't great, right? We know the level Derrick Rose was. Legendary. We're not taking away from that. But don't tell me my guy hasn't been great since high school. Come on, bro. Cut it out.
That. It's just levels, right? Big shout out to me. It's levels. And when we talk about dominance, the command that Derrick Rose had on the court, Brunson was great last year. He stepped up. That's how spectacular that was.
He stepped up in the playoffs in Dallas. He stepped up in the playoffs in Dallas too.
Short-handed, stepping up, playing above what people may think he is because he's so small. He don't get off the ground like a D Rose, right? But that's dominance. Getting owning your matchup. Every night, Jalen Brunson owns his matchup. Every night.
Just about.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's
these bum ass point guards the props. He better than all these niggas. I'm sorry. What we gonna say? John Moran is more athletic? Is he a better basketball player than Jalen Brunson? Let's be honest.
Who do you want on your team, Jalen Brunson or John Moran? If you had to choose,
Jalen Brunson.
If I'm Memphis,
okay, I'm asking.
If I'm Memphis, I don't know if I want John Moran leading versus Brunson. That's kind of
okay. All right, I'm just asking. If you're drafting,
are you gonna
draft Jalen Brunson over John Moran?
That's off highlights and all that. You know, we could get swayed off a 17-year-old. That's a different story. We're talking about 27 years old.
We're talking about right now drafting the dude. If you draft the top 100 players in the league right now,
I'm drafting Brunson.
Draft Jalen over John Moran. Over John Moran. I'm just asking.
They just had Halliburton, the best point guard in the league last year. Where he at?
True. I'm just saying. We love Brunson. All just individual talent. Are we going to draft him over De'Aaron Fox? Over John Moran?
You know what? Say it. Say the next name, Flea.
Okay.
Say the next name.
Okay.
You know who we going with next? If I'm Minnesota.
Come on, Flea.
No, I'm talking about point guards. I'm talking about guys that are at his position. Are we drafting over him?
If I'm Minnesota, I don't know if I'm taking Ant-Man over Jalen Brunson.
Yo, take us home, man. That's stupid. You would never get a job. That's dumb. That's
stupid. They came to the dark side.
No,
that's stupid. That's not even like debatable. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You would never be in a front office again. They would throw you out like Jazz. Get the fuck out of here. That's stupid.
I want to hear the genius comparisons you have. Has Ant-Man ever finished top 10 in MVP voting?
That's not the point. We're talking about individual players when you draft. It's not about, all right. Because now y'all gonna piss me off because y'all conflating the conversation.
How is that conflating?
Because you want to talk about what Ant-Man did. You're talking about drafting guys, who they are as individual players. If you draft Jalen Brunson over Anthony Edwards, you will never have another job again in drafting, in scouting, and anything like that. Get out.
If I'm going by what I've seen with Julius Randle alongside Brunson, that same team, that's all I'm saying. That's the same squad. Those same players that are currently around Ant-Man look a little bit different around Brunson.
That's not the point right now. That's not the point.
That's my point.
Okay, well then that's that don't
about John. I don't know.
Nothing to do with what I'm saying.
I've been watching John Moran for years. I don't know if he makes plays better than Jalen Brunson does, like Brunson did last year. I don't know that. Same thing with a lot of these guys.
You're gonna draft Luka Doncic over Jalen Brunson?
That's a different. I don't know if John Moran ain't better than Luka Doncic.
I'm asking you a question.
No, but these guys, the guys we just mentioned, are not Luka Doncic is in a different class than them. He's top 5.
This is my point. I'm naming guys at his position. How many guys would you draft Jalen Brunson over at his spot? Are you gonna draft SGA over Jalen Brunson, or are you gonna take Brunson?
He's the only guy you mentioned is SGA, Luka. Everybody else, they can't compare.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know what y'all got. I don't know what y'all two got going on. I'm taking Brunson over both of them niggas, and I've been consistent about that. I'm taking them over SGA until I see SGA get further than my guy Brunson. I'm taking Brunson.
Yeah, y'all not hearing what I'm saying. All right.
No, Flea, I hear exactly what you're saying.
No. Give him the same treatment. Say, yo, you ain't gonna keep a front office job. You wouldn't keep this. You would keep that. That's worse than what I said. SGA and Luka in a different class. Matter of fact, they in the same class.
You see the backlash Luka get
caliber dudes. Ant-Man's not his conversation.
You see the backlash Luka getting right now. He in what different type of stratosphere? Man, in a minute, niggas about to be kicking Luka in his ass. Out of here, man. What are you talking about?
Nah.
And they doing pretty fine without him. Get out of here, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about the team. I don't care. We're talking about the players. Jalen Brunson got drafted in the second round for a reason, y'all. He's great, but he got drafted in the second round for a reason.
Because they don't know. All right, Joker got drafted in the second round.
Not a soul knew who he was. Not a soul.
And not a soul knew who Jalen Brunson was, Flea.
Nah, he won 2 national championships. We've been watching. He's been on national TV since he was a kid. We've been watching.
They ain't been watching.
They know who the fuck Jalen Brunson is. He
Flea,
ain't as
hold on,
good
listen,
as some of
Flea.
these niggas. That's
Flea,
come on,
listen.
man.
Flea, hold on, Flea. I'm gonna give you props. A nigga like you watching. These other niggas wasn't watching Brunson.
Yes.
It's a
I
fact.
don't even know what y'all talking about at this point, man.
And
No,
hold
you
on. I just seen
confused
the comment.
yourself.
No, I didn't.
Monkey
No,
Wrench.
no. I didn't. What? So
hold on,
are
Fabian.
we drafting them now at 27, or are we drafting them at 17, 18, 20? Like, what are you talking about?
Right now.
Monkey
Go ahead,
Wrench built. Hold on, Flea. Monkey Wrench built. Didn't JB go in the second round? So did SGA, nigga.
SGA
Fuck
did
out
not
of here
go
with
to
that
second
stupid.
SGA did not go to the second round.
SGA was a first rounder.
We could have drafted SGA if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we could have.
So thank you, Flea. JB lost in the second round. SGA lose in the second round.
Oh, you said
Dallas.
lost. Oh, I thought you said draft.
Right.
You said lost. You said lost. Okay,
He's saying didn't JB go in the second round? So did SGA. We win in 7. He win in 6. Your point is what?
I'm lost. I think
get us out of here.
You could get us out of here, Fabian, but this ain't over because we're gonna have to continue this. How do you not understand if you take the top 100, take the top 25 players in the league right now, put them on the baseline, and draft them 1 through 25? How many guys are you gonna take Jalen Brunson over? Is my question.
Yeah,
Listen.
I said I'm taking him over John Morant and Ant-Man. You went ballistic. AllBall said I'm taking him over SGA and Luka. You go, oh, that's okay.
No, I said that's crazy too.
Wait,
no,
let me apologize. Hold on, fellas.
Can I apologize for you? That's what we do. Relax.
Monkey Wrench built. I apologize. It's all love up here. I see you mid draft. I got you. To answer Flea's question,
he's going bananas over here. What is he talking about?
It's maybe only 3-4 players I'm probably taking over Brunson. That's probably Joker.
All right.
That might be it.
Happy Friday to everybody, man.
I forgot it was Friday. God damn it. No wonder y'all are. You trying to blame me. I've been closed this out. I'm getting all the smoke in the world. You know what? 6 p.m. weekdays. I'm lying about that too. We gonna catch you when we catch you. You smoking. Who's smoking? So what if we smoking? You need to come cop some of this outcast assets.
You see, RB is coaching you right now. He's trying to coach you and help you. Trying to help
you. Don't gas Flea while you're arguing with him, Fabian. Learn the AB way.
Hey, man, take us home. Come on, bro. It's almost 3 hours. Get us out of here, man.
I don't gas nobody. I start fights. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I get people riled up and walk away. I just like to match boom.
Great show, fellas.
I love
Happy
my brothers,
Friday.
man. Love my brothers, man.
It's been a great week.
Guys. Yes.
I need a happy ending. I need a happy ending.
Yo, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Come on, man.
I'm trying to press the thing. I can't find. Yo, man, we get 6 p.m. Look at his face. Did he leave? He left.
He left. And you still rolling. Get us out, please.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.